Blood, Blade, and Tusk, Session 1.
I'm in Max. You are listening to Happy Jack's RPG Podcast. I'm in Max. Pursuing the RPG hobby with reckless abandon.
Hi, this is Stu, and this is the first session, not including our character generation session of Blood, Blade, and Tusk, which is a medieval setting with orcs in Moment of Truth, and this is kind of a play test. We're going to be testing, hopefully, at some point, the magic system, and some little tweaks and changes in the game as it's been going along. So I'm Stu, and I will be GMing.
I'm Gina, and I will be playing... are we going to do a little more in-depth later?
Just do the intros real quick, and then
Cool. I'm going to be playing a character named Adest.
Cool.
Adeste.
Cool. This is Jib, and I will be playing Azim.
You've changed your name and concept since character
Yes, I
creation.
did.
So for those of you that are confused and were taking notes, there you
Right.
go.
We'll talk more about that.
I'm playing Uzul Aratuch, an orcish bard. Because, well, they're lore keepers, I guess, in the orc society. But, you know, a bard is a bard is a bard.
Cool.
Lorks.
A bard is a bard.
An orcs.
You're a lork.
Of course.
I'm a lork.
You're a lore orc.
What am
You're a
I
lork.
Orcs, of course. Oh, Mr. Ed.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
You're thinking Mr. Ed.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys want to kind of go a little in-depth into who your characters are? Now, we don't
Yeah.
have Jason for this session. He's not going to be here this session. Next session, if all goes well, we will remote Skype him in for the second session. I'm thinking about getting a blow-up doll for the chair, and then I can superimpose his head in a little box.
With cut out.
With a mohawk.
Yeah. No. It'll be his face.
Oh.
'Cause I can take the Skype thing of his face and just place it over like a blow-up
We
doll.
could just do like a mop or a broomstick with a face
Yeah.
on it. That's a lot cheaper.
Some
Or
of the-
get a blow-up doll.
I think a blow-up doll might be that in order.
Might be
Anyway,
more apropos.
yeah, I think so.
Jason. I said nothing.
All right. So, does anyone want to kind of expound a little bit? Now, we're good. According to my notes, we are sort of going under the assumption that you guys have met in a small town north of. My computer will work. Come on.
Not Leon. It was.
It's a small town north of Leon called Carpe.
Okay.
No, Capet. C-A-P-E-T. Capet? Capet? I'm assuming it's Capet.
The Capet region.
Cafe au lait.
It is Capet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is a small town. They have a little bit of a fortification around it, made out of more like a fence than anything
Okay.
else.
A little bit of earthworks and palisade.
Yeah.
So it's more of a village than Leon would be. A little
Leon's a
big,
city.
A city. Okay.
And it's got population is probably in the hundreds, maybe reaching 1,000, maybe.
Okay.
It's sort of spread out. There's sort of a downtown area where there's crossroads. There's a road that leads to from Leon north, and there's another road that kind of goes from east to west. So this is sort of in the crossroads of these two,
Okay.
and that's where there's a tavern there. There's an inn.
Okay.
There's a couple of small businesses like a blacksmith and things like
Okay.
that. The vast majority of the residents, of course, are farmers, and they're all sort of spread out in this area. And
Okie dokie.
now, had we assumed that you guys had already met?
Yes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
created bonds that pretty much.
Indicated that we had all met and
Is your
been
mic
together
on?
for a little bit of time.
Your mic is on?
Yeah, is it low?
It's
'Cause it is
definitely
on.
working. I'll just turn it up a little. You're good.
Okay.
Talking
that
now?
okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So you guys want to describe what those bonds are and why you guys know each other for the people who know?
Sure. Gina, do you want to go first?
Nope. I particularly don't want to go
Particularly don't want to go first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since I refactored my character from when we did character creation, my character's full name is Qutayba ibn Yusuf al-Azim al-Magnumun min al-Nujum.
Okay.
He goes by, most people just call him Azim.
Azim.
Azim. I will update that in my list.
He is a Spanish Moor
Okay.
from the Iberian Peninsula. And he knows things.
He drinks and he knows things.
He does. Well, actually, he doesn't drink because he's Muslim, but he knows things. He's kind of a scientist, astronomer, healer.
So like his okay.
And he has a mentor whose name is Caedmon, who is from England.
So some of the stuff has not changed.
No, most of the stuff has not changed.
Okay.
Some of the reasons for things have changed.
Okay. All right.
And out of character, Caedmon is his tutor in magic.
Right.
And he has a patron who is a bishop, Gregory, Bishop of Eris. And he is Azim's patron because Azim has knowledge of astronomy,
Right.
and that is of interest to Bishop Gregory. However, the church kind of had a problem with Gregory having an association with a Muslim.
Sure. An infidel.
An infidel. So they kind of had to go their separate ways a little bit.
Right.
So there's that. And he and Adeste have been traveling together for a little while. I'm not exactly sure how long. But Adeste is kind of a guide in this area
Escort.
because Azim doesn't know this area very well.
Yeah.
So your patron is from Aras?
He's the Bishop of Eris.
Okay. All right. So you've been that's probably a couple days journey from there to
here.
Arnines, and then you're now headed south on the way
Right.
to Loney, coming to this small town.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
But Adeste is his guide in this area because he doesn't know his way around. And I think he kind of presents himself as a healer. That's
Okay.
kind of what he, if people were to ask, that's what he would say.
Okay.
Healer.
Is that he's a healer.
Okay. Like a barber surgeon sort of healer, or more of like a herbalist kind of.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
He can do surgery,
Okay.
but his knowledge comes from the Moorish tradition
Right.
and the Jewish tradition.
Okay.
So that's where his knowledge of healing comes from.
Got it.
And then, as I recall, one night Adeste and I were in a wayside tavern inn, and a pair of orcs were there, and one of them started a bar brawl, and
Yeah, I think we figured that Uzel would have joined us because you have interest. This is something I think you said with the bond, so you would have sat at our table.
Right, I think we needed a guide, so we contacted
Okay,
you, but
yeah.
none of us, I don't think we had a connection with you yet. So our connection to you is through her.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we need a local guide.
But
because
then, yeah,
that was it.
for
Right.
reasons.
for reasons.
Right.
And then, but Korat, who is Jason's character, started a bar fight,
bar-
and that was our introduction to Korat.
Okay.
Right.
So that's what you were thinking of, I
And
think.
I have decided that Korat is the coarsest and most unpleasant individual I have ever met.
Right. Excellent.
All right, now, so we just worked out my connection with Deste. Korat is my sister, litter mate.
Right.
I am being sent out to gather lore and information because we're setting up. We're putting down roots here, and as one of the bards, the lore keepers, I need to go out and find out what's going on in the outside world here.
Right.
Do a little investigative reporting.
Okay.
There might be some ulterior motives as well. I think I created. Let's see. We have an older brother who may or may not have maneuvered us out of the village.
Kind of a dick, right?
Kind of a dick.
Oh yeah.
There was a head lore keeper, Nargul, who said, while you're out there, I want you to do some spying, some extracurricular stuff, and find out what's going on with these humans.
Okay.
Because he doesn't entirely trust them, and understandably
Sure.
so.
So I have to ask you, did you narful the Garflack?
Yes. And then, so for some reason, I have country fair written down here. I think maybe I was going to, that's where we were headed, was to a country fair,
Right.
because I figured that's a great place to gather information and lore and stuff.
Now, we're going to assume at this point that you guys probably met in Arnines,
I believe that's what we said, yes.
and you're basically headed south. So we will assume that. What is your character's name again? Uzel. Uzel's sister is taken away for some other kind of business, and is going to basically follow and meet you guys in Leon.
Okay.
Got it.
So.
Did you guys talk about your character, or you?
That was it. I'm done.
Okay. So my character is Adaste Lafayette. She is a kind of native French Flanders scout, sort of. Stuart called her the Striker.
Strider.
Right? The Strider, I mean.
Little
yeah.
ranger.
But she's from Amiens. And she grew up kind of in a croft on the grounds of a priory. And so she had a close relationship with because her mother cleaned the church. She had a close relationship with with Prior Louis, who's Father Louis.
Louis.
And it's the Priory and Church of the Blessed Sacrament. And you have all this too.
Yes.
So she became very close to him. He treated her kind of like a son, because in that time she would not necessarily have been educated or taught to learn anything, but she...
Not literacy, but certainly,
Yeah.
hunting and fishing and
No,
surviving
literacy. Like he...
Oh, he taught her literacy?
Yeah,
Okay, I
he
see what you're saying.
basically
I'm sorry.
treated her sort of like...
Completely misinterpreting what you were saying.
Oh, no, just I meant like treated like both those things, though. So without regard to gender. And I think as a result, I don't know that she thinks of herself as gendered per se, because she, I don't know, dresses in the style of a man.
A male prostitute?
But she, and she has never had to suffer the conventionality or the conventions, societal conventions of being a female.
Right. Okay.
Although she is female and she looks female. So, but she doesn't think of, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So
she doesn't have the appearance of a young, slightly androgynous man. Someone looks
Yep.
at her, she goes, "That's a woman
Yeah.
who's dressed funny."
In
Yeah.
man's clothes.
yeah.
Right.
So
Not that
because
that would cause a stir or a problem or anything.
it might, I put that as a problem because I
Right,
think
okay.
it potentially could be a problem.
Right.
But she is very pious and devout Catholic, Roman Catholic. Should probably specify. And
There's basically two kinds of Christianity right now. There's the Holy Roman Empire
Yeah.
Christianity, and there's the Eastern.
yeah, because it's been after the schism.
Yes.
Yeah, the East-West schism.
Right.
So, yeah. So that's probably all we need to know about her.
Okay.
But yeah. So she is trained in in all sorts of scouty stuff.
I
ahead.
rewrote one of my boons because I had put it down before, but it didn't have any mechanical impact. It just said like twice a day I can tell someone's fortune.
Right.
I decided to give it mechanical teeth. Twice a day I can add 3 dice to a prescience roll.
Okay. All right.
And then the other one I have is called Burning Sands. Twice per session I can add 3 dice to a fire-based roll.
Okay. All right.
Oh, would you like us to go through problems, talents, and boons? Or
Sure,
just,
if you want.
okay.
Now, if you have any problems that are secret,
Yeah.
you can just slack them to me. But I
Okay.
would like to be able to write them down. I think I probably have everyone's problems.
Okay.
But just in case, like I don't have storks.
Well, I just gave them to you, actually.
What are they again?
My older brother, Gractal, who is a dick.
What's his name again?
Gractal. Gractal.
Do you have like a rival?
Is he's an enemy or rival or
Yeah.
which?
A rival. Well, I don't know. Is there a specific difference?
Enemies want to bring you harm. Rivals just want to make sure that
This might have been.
you're in
This
conflict.
might have been something that Korat worked out, but I wrote it down under my background too. So maybe it's not a problem. No, it's not a problem. It's just part of the background story. I'm sorry. That might be actually Jason's problem because I think he and
You might be
Grackle
right.
were going head to head for.
I think you might be right
So
too.
Grackle
So-
is Jason's problem.
Jason, but I wrote it down because we're litter mates, and so it kind of
Right.
blended into the together.
So what's your problem?
I don't have one.
Yeah, what's your problem? You had problems, I
Traits and
remember.
boons is I was multilingual, curious, impulsive, and literacy.
Oh,
Okay,
curious
you got
and-
4, so you have to give me 4 problems.
Well, curious and impulsive.
Oh, those are your problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Curious and impulsive is 1, or
Curious
impulsive?
and impulsive. The curious is 1 and impulsive is 1.
Okay, that's 2. All right.
Yes. And then literacy is his talent, and multilingual is a talent. And I picked French and German because of where we are. And Orcish, which I think you gave me
Orc.
for free.
German, French. Orc and French you would know free.
Okay.
So German and what's the other one you said?
I was said French and German, but if I get Orc and French for free, then I got to come up with another one.
Yeah, I would. French and Orc. All Orcs know.
Uh,
Their French is a little different. But
I don't know let's see if it makes sense.
there's English. There's Latin. I don't know if you would know Latin, but you might. There is.
Do Latin.
You know Latin? Okay.
Well,
That way, if you ever end up in in Rome, you can
when in Rome,
talk to the
reading religious
Pope.
texts.
say, "Hey Pope, why are you being such a dick?"
Up, Pope.
Yo. You know what? I take it back. I'm just gonna because I don't think he's that much of a reader. I'm gonna have. We're just gonna go with English.
Okay, all right,
That makes more sense. He's more of a talker than a reader.
all right. And Gina? What are your? Do you want to tell me your problems? Or you want to slack them to me?
I think I slacked you, but the one I just mentioned is just like a woman, kind of a non-gendered woman, so she has the appearance of being a man, which is a little,
Right.
and she is very devout. And then I think I slacked you some stuff.
Okay.
So I took for talents and boons. Do you want to know those? I know you have them, but detail acuity, which is in the Moment of Truth book. So that's a kind of a mechanical one, the 2 times during a session,
Right.
3d6. I changed the wording on one. I call it trustworthy demeanor. So it works kind of like on his face, where 2 times a day for some sort of social
Right.
or session, I should say.
You've got it on his face.
Yeah, yeah. And then I chose a boon contacts because I figured that, in all fairness, she should have something like that if she's supposedly able to take people around the area that she would know people. So I should probably spend points on that.
Okay. That would be.
Boon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but call it something else?
No, that's fine. I'm just
Okay.
I'm trying to think. The region, probably the undisputed or the disputed territories.
Yeah, like but also including where they are, which is
Flanders.
Okay, yeah, I would love that. That would be perfect. I'm gonna write that down. And then right now, I could change this, but I put something called Eagle Eye, which would be for her bowmanship.
Okay. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
talents and boons, but I only see 2 problems.
Right, but I slacked you.
Oh, you
I'll
did.
show
Okay. Oh, yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
And this is basically, I'm like, I sent you, Kimmy, you would be proud. I'm working on almost 2 pages of bullet pointed backstory.
Yeah.
But that basically is that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And she was doing research all day.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And like 2 other times this week. It was a lot of fun. It was so much fun.
Azim.
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 Okay. And I have your problems. They have not changed.
Magic is a drug.
Right.
An outsider.
But now a Moor, not
Now a Moor,
Caledonian.
not Caledonian. And I will reframe this next one if you want. I wrote down that he's wanted by the Inquisition. I don't know that he's actively wanted, but
Secret criminal.
okay.
Something like that, basically.
Secret criminal.
You're doing something terribly wrong, but you haven't been.
I haven't been found out yet.
Right.
Right. And
Because of your
because I am
magics.
Moorish, I am considered low caste.
Right.
Unless I were like Moorish royalty, and they had some need to deal with me as such, I would be considered
Right.
low caste by them.
Okay.
And my talents and boons are, my talent is magic, and it costs double.
Right.
And I have Fortune Teller, which is the 2 times per session I can add 3d to a prescience roll, and Burning Sands, which is basically a fire affinity.
Okay.
If you're a magician, wouldn't be a low caster.
Now, I believe I believe in the magic rules. Oh no, it wouldn't count for that. Never mind. Okay, we're good. All right. So you guys contracted before you got to Capet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are.
So you're basically on your way into town at this point.
Did you want to discuss the weapon stuff or
Oh sure, yeah, we can do that real quick.
equipment, or because you had
I mean, I haven't bought anything, so I don't have anything. So
Yeah, because I hadn't done money yet.
Right, and I didn't know if we should just
I
write
believe
down what we have
I
and
figured,
then
I figured
money
out
with it.
I figured out some money,
Okay.
a little bit.
Because I know I'm going to need a 10-foot pole.
We did 10-foot pole.
And a
you
bullseye
need-
lantern.
And right. And somewhere in
And
here.
10 iron spikes. And a hammer.
We always had a grappling hook.
Gotta have. And everybody's gotta have a rope.
We used grappling hooks all the time.
Okay, money. Money is divided into. In this part of the world, they still use Roman currency.
okay.
Okay.
It's very common. The smallest coin is called an os, A-S.
Okay.
Plural is asses, A-S-S-E-S.
Oh, I saw that.
That's the smallest form of currency. It's normally made of copper or bronze. 10 asses make a denarius. Denarii are normally made of silver or debased silver. 12 denarii make a sou or a solidus, and a solidus is made of gold. So I'm trying to figure out how much money you guys might have, if we should have like a roll for starting money, or
What was the last one called?
a sol or a solidus.
S-O-U-L?
S-O-L,
S-O-L.
as in the sun.
And then
A
gold.
a shiny gold orb.
Oh, gotcha.
Right.
Or sou.
So an os, denarii,
Os
and
equals
sol.
copper.
Yeah.
10 os make 1 denarii.
And that's made
And
of
12
silver.
denarii equal 1 sol.
Yep. So and like the prices, and I got this off
Okay.
of stuff from historical records that I found in an article about it. A simple meal at an inn would cost 1 to 4 denarii. Denarii.
Oh.
Or is it like a handout?
Well, I don't know if I sent you the Undisputed Territory thing. I may have written it out, or just told you guys about it. A cheap sword would cost 3 to 4 sous, and then a night in an inn would cost 9 asses.
What's a sou?
Asses. Sous is the gold.
Oh, okay,
like-
the soul.
Like a cheap sword is going to cost you like 3 to 4 gold.
Okay.
So we can sort of assume that you guys will have
Or
somewhere around the equivalent. I mean, if you are traveling people who are equipped to travel, somewhere between your equipment would be somewhere between like 4 to 10 gold total.
okay.
Does that sound fair?
Would you
So
do?
D6, so
A D6 plus 3.
D6 plus 3.
Oh. Would you also do the thing where whoever played this game would work
I'm going
with
to take these dice from
their awesome? You want to roll for me? Would work with their GM and commiserate to your roll.
Right. Well,
You would have things that made sense too, or no?
absolutely.
Or do you have to buy
I mean,
everything?
if you had like his character
Yeah.
is like part of the rule. Well, you're part of the ruling. Did you take part of the ruling family?
I don't remember
You
if
didn't
we
take
did
it.
or not.
You didn't take it as a boon.
Yeah.
I think he took it as a boon.
We ended up as littermates, though. But
Right.
That would
But
totally
it
make
might be
sense,
that
though.
he's being groomed and you're not.
That's
Maybe
right.
you're going to take this path
I was
as
the bard,
a
right.
bard, but he's maybe being groomed for leadership. He would be able to. He would have some kind of
D6 plus
bonus.
3.
Now, do we have to buy our starting equipment, or do we?
I
just
do have some.
right.
I do have some prices for starting equipment.
Oh, but then so my question would be: would it be unreasonable that, or reasonable that he would have, like, say, a bag of herbs, but he isn't
Yes.
going to have to buy that?
Yeah, I would think so. If
Stuff
you have
like that.
something things that are commensurate with who your character is.
Okay. Largely, what I wrote down is for flavor, not for mechanical impact.
Right.
So what he's carrying on his person, he wears kind of moderate colored Moorish robes. Nothing fancy, but
Right.
that's the style of them. He carries a shoulder pack. He's got a medicine kit, which probably has herbs and bandages and things like that, but has no impact on his medicine roll.
Right.
It's tools. He has a pot, a bowl, and a spoon. A scroll case with some pieces of parchment, some of which he's probably written on.
Right.
He has a quill pen that he probably made,
Sure.
and a bottle of ink that he probably made. And he has a scribe kit. Now here's where things you might want to go. No,
Right.
because I have written down a sextant, an astrolabe, and a lodestone.
That stuff probably would cost money. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that stuff would probably cost money.
And weapon-wise, he carries a scimitar, but he probably keeps it hidden away in his bundle of stuff, for the most part.
Okay.
And a jambia, which is a dagger.
Okay.
So if you want me to take, I rolled 7 soul.
Okay. Well, a cheap sword, like a short sword that'd be roughly around the size of a scimitar.
Yeah.
Is 2 sous.
Okay.
And then a good dagger is also 2. Or a cheap dagger is 10 denarii.
Why don't we say that his sword is just kind of plain old garden variety, everyday sword,
Right.
nothing fancy about it, but he's got a nice
Good dagger.
His dagger is nice
Okay.
because it's what people would see him carrying.
Right.
Um,
You want to write these stats down because the quality of equipment basically affects damage.
Sure.
So for the dagger, strength plus skill, 4 or 5.
Right. Got that.
Oh, you got it
Out of the book,
Oh, you got
yeah.
it out of the.
Got it out of the book.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Out of the-
Out
yeah.
of this one.
Yeah, and for
No,
the scimitar.
yeah, it's in this one.
For the
No,
scimitar,
this one. Because I
It was
expanded.
Oh,
I
yeah,
expanded
I
on
didn't
it.
see the expand that,
Yeah.
but it was in this one.
right. For the scimitar, I split the difference between a short sword and a long sword from it, which was +5
Okay.
because the short sword's +4, long sword's +6.
If it's cheap, it's going to be 5/6. It's going 5 minor 6 serious.
Okay. I'll take that.
So basically, you have a bitch of a time keeping an edge on it.
Right. Again, the sextant, astrolabe, and lodestone don't really have any mechanical impact.
Right. But they have intrinsic value. Like
But they
if you
have
needed
intrinsic
to sell
value.
them or something like
Right.
that.
So, could we say that they cost another 3? Leaving him basically with
Oh, I wasn't even going to put them that high. I would say 2 for all of it.
2 for all of it. So
Yeah.
that leaves him with 2 soul
Okay.
worth of monies, which he's probably never seen a gold coin in his life.
It's probably a bag
it's
of silver
all
and
in
copper.
silver and
Right.
copper.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
What's a quarterstaff count as? A polearm?
A staff.
Oh, here it is.
a
Staff, right there.
Yeah.
Staff.
Mhm.
Okay.
And I think the staff strength plus skill plus 2, and it's 4/6 damage. Is that correct?
I have +2 damage. Oh,
Strength
4 to
plus
6,
skill.
sorry.
Yeah. Well, it's 4 minor, 6 serious. When we get into combat,
Okay.
I'll explain that.
I was interested in having most of the stuff she has is just traveling items,
Right.
and some stuff. I guess I would run by you in Slack, maybe.
Okay. All right.
But weapon-wise, I was interested in letting her have a composite bow
I have not come up with that yet.
because they did exist.
Yeah.
And I guess this one of the things I did a little research. They came kind of from where you're from.
Right. Because it's a Moorish invention.
Yeah. So would have come to Europe via the Iberian Peninsula. And I figured it would, because I figured it'd be the best bow she would be able to. I don't really want her to have a crossbow, though. It's not what
Right.
she would be traveling with. But she would probably, stature and strength-wise, even if she's fit, not really be longbow.
Right.
So I was thinking composite.
Okay.
And that's, just wood, horn, sinew,
Right.
makes them more, stronger, more resilient.
Okay.
And I think a stiletto
All right.
for a dagger. And then I don't know if she can, because I rolled poorly, which actually fits for my character, so that's cool. So I only have 5 gold. So otherwise I would say she has leathers, like leather armor, sort of, or cloth armor.
Okay.
Whatever you think
I
is
haven't
more
figured out
appropriate.
cost for armor yet, but
Okay.
let's assume armor. I'll kind of wing in this here.
Okay.
Let's say for leather armor, you'd be looking at about 8 denarii.
Okay. 8 denarii. And this was 2 soul gold and 2. Okay.
And leather armor gives a damage reduction of 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
And make your stiletto a good dagger.
Okay.
And that would cost 2 sous.
That's what I figured. Cool. A good dagger. Okay.
And what was the other, the composite bow?
Yeah, I thought I would use the stats of the longbow or in between the
Yeah.
long and the... Okay,
And
cool.
the cross.
Okay.
That's what I was just thinking, between the long and the crossbow, so make it skill plus 6.
Perfect.
And then the damage is 4 or 5.
Yep, cool. Good dagger. Good.
Who's a good dagger? Who's a good dagger?
pointy and stuff.
You're a good dagger.
And
Stilettos are so pretty.
make the cost like, I don't know, maybe like 8 denarii.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's not made of
works.
steel, right?
Nope,
No.
it's...
That's where.
It's layered
composite
wood and
is-
bone and sinew.
Okay,
yeah.
right.
My question is it a stave type composite bows or a recurve?
Stave. I know what you mean by recurve, but what do you mean stave?
A stave, when you take the string off it, is just straight.
Oh.
Whereas
no,
a recurve,
Yeah, I think it'd be recurve.
okay, recurve has longer range.
Okay.
I was fine with just composite bow. But cool.
Okay.
It's good to
And
picture
then
it.
for arrows, because this is going to be that kind of a game.
Yeah, cool. I'm good with that. Arrows. Yeah, because we should figure out what that stuff costs. 8 denarii, 2 sous.
They are probably reasonably inexpensive.
Okay. Like 20 for a something?
Yeah, let's say 20.
Would be a score.
For a denarii or for...
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay.
Like
20.
denarii for a cloth yard shaft.
So let's say 10 denarii are gold. I'm going to start with... I don't know that you'd need more than... Or reasonably travel more with more than 20. So, and a quiver. Quiver, 20 arrows. So we will be pulling my arrows out of dead things. Hopefully dead things.
Right.
Yes. But yeah, I figure in
Well, no,
part,
if they're-
not
if they're
just
not
for
dead, that just gives
protection,
you the
but
opportunity
like
to
she's got to
hold
hunt
still.
if she's escorting people.
Right.
So yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
That works.
All right, so you guys are headed into town, and it is very, very late afternoon. The sun is sitting low in the western sky, and it is raining because it is early spring. And the road is muddy, and it's miserable, and it's gray
And it's shortly before dusk.
shortly before dusk.
I'm going to stop, take out my little rug,
Okay,
face Mecca,
okay,
and I'm going to pray.
all right,
And this will delay everybody for a good half hour.
right.
I don't have any Wi-Fi.
And this, over the course of the last 2 days, this has been happening quite a bit.
I was going to say, I think you would have noticed that that does not bother Aduste at all, and that she chooses to use that time as well, because she probably would have followed much the same custom with the time of prayer, just not kneeling but she would do so on her own.
Right.
And just go off in the woods a little bit.
Cool. I texted you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And you said it's dusk, did you
It's dusk,
say?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Very close to sunset.
Once I finish praying, roll my rug, back away, and I'm ready to
Okay.
proceed on. I don't know what our orcish friends are doing.
Yeah, what would you do? I'm curious
Well, the other
about what
orcish-
you would
the
do
other
during
orc-
that. You don't care.
has
You
wandered
just
off.
take your
Just
time
making
and
some
do.
notes.
Okay.
I've got a
It's pouring rain.
I've got an oilskin cloak, and I'm covered up, and I'm
Okay.
watching him and making notes and doing a little sketch of his prayer rug.
Okay.
I'm not connected to the internet. Is it still up and running?
It may not be. I'm
Okay.
not sure.
It's not, because I'm on. Oh, yeah, and they. That might be why they said yay video.
Oh, I accidentally bumped the thing.
Okay.
I need to move the keyboard out of
So we're
my
not
way.
going out live anymore?
We are going out live. Yeah.
Okay,
We're out
good.
live.
Yeah, I'm on.
I actually
on Grumpy Pants?
flipped the screen. Huh? No, I wouldn't connect to that one. If you're going to connect to one, connect to Angry Folk 2.
So
If it's
not in
there.
range.
Okay.
Angry Folk 2 is in this room.
I'm going to dig
Grumpy
into your
Pants is in
little,
the front of
to your
the
little
house.
wraps
Help
here.
yourself, please. They're for
'cause
you.
I suddenly have a headache.
I had one all day.
So as you guys are approaching, there's a small tavern. You can see like a little bits of sort of yellow light coming out of
Thank you, Short.
the window, the one small window, and on the other side there's an inn. It looks like it's 2 stories. You can see some candlelight coming out of a couple of the windows. There's a stable sort of off, and there's a little stone path that leads to the inn. There's also a blacksmith. He's shut down because it's dusk
Okay.
at this point. And you can see there's a couple other small structures farther up ahead.
Well, this looks like a perfectly reasonable human habitat to stay at. I'm feeling a bit peckish. I think we should go in and get some food, some warm food.
Would you say we've been traveling on the road for a while, so we would have
2 days.
eaten okay,
2
days. So we would have had travel food and food on the road. So yeah, I guess I would not be a warm meal. Sounds good.
Listen, sister, it's pouring down rain. Let's go in and at least sit by the fire. Get some of that great human mead that you all...
Certainly, Brother Oozle. She's
Okay.
going
I
to
just
decide
wrote
that you
down-
called her sister
Just
because
for some reason, I decided if he's going to be an orcish bard, the only orcish bard I can think of in modern times would be Tom Waits.
Oh, sure.
So all of a sudden he's
That'd be
gonna
awesome.
sound like Tom Waits.
you can totally be Tom Waits.
Okay.
Step right up.
I'll follow them inside.
Okay.
I would not go inside before them.
Right. Okay, you walk in the little tavern. There's 2 tables, one of which is empty, and there's a cook stove, and there's a old man working the stove, and next to it he's got a barrel of some kind of drink, maybe wine, maybe mead, something, and there's a very small, short, sort of serving bar, and then there's a few stools set about around
It's
the
not
bar.
tables.
There are 2
there
tables.
are 2
yes.
tables.
There's 2
Are they
tables.
occupied or?
One is unoccupied. One is
Okay.
occupied. There's 2 people sitting at it. One of which is dressed sort of not fancy,
Okay.
but certainly wealthier than an ordinary traveler.
Okay.
And he seems to be having a conversation with someone more akin to how you would be dressed,
Okay.
who is the conversation does not seem to be going very well. They're kind of scowling at each other.
I would seat myself at the table that's empty and
Okay.
motion for my traveling companions to sit with me.
Okay.
And I would be curious about that conversation.
Okay. I'm going to kind of try to listen in on it.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a give me your perception.
Okay.
Now this is kind of where this session is where I'm going to make the decision whether Moment of Truth should have a 2 success dice pool rule.
Okay.
So we're going to use 2 successes as the standard now. So
Okay.
1 success does not succeed you.
So
2
this is-
successes does.
Oh. Well, let's just say then, for fun.
So I want to see how often people will succeed at things if you have to get 2 of them.
Well, then I'm not going to use my talent for this one. Let's
Okay.
just see.
All right.
My perception's decent
Okay.
because I got
That's-
4 dice.
That's high.
And I have 1 6. I can't see this one.
a 5.
Yeah.
You got
and
2
a-
successes.
Oh, I did then. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
2 twos.
You can, from what you can hear, it appears that the better dressed man is looking for an escort to Leon, and they seem to be quibbling over price.
Okay. Can I tell, based on what I hear, if I think the price he's being asked to pay is unreasonable?
Well, it's about a day and a half, 2-day journey, and he's offering. It sounds like the well-dressed man is offering 1 sou, and the other guy wants 3. That seems a little pricey.
Okay, that's all I was wondering is, okay. But not necessarily like, okay. Cool.
And the guy who is the potential guide is saying, well, there's a lot of danger out there right now. There's a lot of highwaymen. There's been a lot of people robbed, and there's orc raiding parties, and he's like, da 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 da, all these things that can go wrong. And why you need me, because I can help you avoid all that stuff.
And we are going to Leon.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I will listen for now.
Okay.
Are there actually orc raiding parties? Are there actually orc raiding parties?
No. Well,
That's maybe one of the reasons I'm out.
your tribe is farther away
All right.
from this region. There's another tribe that's adjacent to this area, maybe, but yeah, that's not really. Right now, all of the orc tribes are involved in what's called the game, because now that they've have peace with Christendom, they're starting to go in and take each other's territory and meet in battle against orcs, because orcs prefer to fight orcs because they're more capable.
Sure.
So most of the tribes now are engaged in the game, and it seems somewhat. Now there's orc criminals just like there are human criminals. So there may be some orcs out there that people assume are raiding parties that are actually just highwaymen like anyone else. But as far as actual
Maybe orcs who have lost their territory from the game and are
perhaps,
Yeah.
but the tribe actually sending out raiding parties, that's probably not happening.
okay.
And that's kind of what the impression that you got from them, from what the guy was saying.
I would continue to kind of listen in because I don't necessarily want to steal that guy's livelihood. However, if the guy seems frustrated or the demeanor or manner of the guy who's trying to get 3 sous is inappropriate, I would probably introduce myself into the situation.
Okay. Well, they're not getting anywhere
Okay.
because the guy's not budging from 1, and the other guy doesn't seem to be budging from 3.
Okay.
So the potential guide is starting to kind of gather his things as if he's getting ready to walk out.
Okay. If he is making like he will leave, I'll let him.
Okay. Yeah, he's gathering his stuff up
Okay.
and getting his coat.
Once he's kind of made his way past because I don't want to
Right.
inflame the situation, I'll go to the table.
Okay.
Sir, I couldn't help but overhear about your trouble. We ourselves are traveling to Leon.
Oh, are you?
I would be happy to offer my services for 1 sou.
Sue.
1 sou, if you would also make a small donation to the local church.
Oh. Oh, I tithe regularly, of course, but I could certainly make a an additional contribution for such. I find such piety to be somewhat rare these days.
Bless
Please, if I may join you.
You may, of course, join my companions and I.
To the guy at the who comes by and the old man from behind by the cook stove comes by and says, "I've got swine, and I've got a little beef left from last week."
Do orcs eat pig?
You're not actually
You're
related.
you're not a. You might be a home cochon, or is that correct?
Om kashon.
Cochon. Not that we would say that in the company of our companions.
Yeah, that is kind of like the
Yeah.
That would be an insult.
Epithet.
Yes.
Yeah.
May I have some water, please?
Of course.
Oh, I'll have pork chop, please, and a pint of that. What do you call it? Mead?
Oh yes, we have meat. I will
Try
bring
some
you
of
some.
that.
A simple meal will be
Okay.
fine for me. And wine.
And the guy you're sitting with says, I have already eaten. So
When he brings the water, I'm going to put it in a little pot that I haven't put it on the stove
okay.
because I want to make tea.
Okay.
What's the name of this establishment? I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but I'm information gathering.
It doesn't have a name. It just had a boot nailed to a post
All right.
in the front of
well,
it.
I'm going to put it on my little map. I have a map in my journal that I've been.
You'd probably call it the boot
the
The
boot
soggy boot.
at this point. Yes.
with a little symbol next to it that I know means in and stuff. It's a shorthand that I'm
Right.
part of the.
Okay.
So again, I'm mapping our journey a bit, and we're asking information.
Okay. He brings your water back after it's boiling, and he brings you your food.
Cool.
They don't have their own tea bags.
No, I have tea.
Well, you have to boil water,
Right.
'cause
Yeah.
You want to boil it anyway, right?
I have tea.
Yeah.
I will make tea.
Okay. He says the companion, the guy you're sitting with, says, "My name is Ulyssin. I'm a merchant. I just came from up north, and I'm headed south. I do not wish to travel alone. I traveled the leg here by myself, and the gentleman I was speaking with did, of course, say that there were highwaymen about, and it is true, and I did have some trouble avoiding them, but I was able to move about discreetly, but I just think it might be better if I were to travel along with someone else."
God was with you.
what are you a
Certainly,
merchant
brother.
of? What are you peddling?
I sell textiles.
Ooh, cloth.
Yes,
Do you have a wagon and horse and such, or
I have a mule and a small wagon. Yes, that I keep my material in. Although the wagon at this point is empty because I'm on my way home, having just been at the market.
It's fascinating. Textiles? Where do you get your textiles? From all over? Do you have a specific? Do you deal with the Highlanders, the crazy Highlanders I've heard so much about? Or
Oh,
do
I'm a very, very humble merchant. I only deal with my own local farmers.
Do you make your own then, or do you have factorage that makes things?
I have factorage. Well, I deal with those that have factorage.
Is that typical of merchants?
Yes, I'm more of what you would say a middleman. I produce.
Yes, I know that word.
I
yes.
produce very little myself, but I am willing to go great lengths to take the things that others produce to where they are in need.
But you are in business for yourself, so you buy it at at cost and sell it to others.
Indeed.
I'm taking some notes. This is very interesting. So, now, are there merchants that would work specifically for, say, factorages on their own?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
There are some.
interesting. All right,
There are some factories that deal in their own commerce.
Can you travel the highways and byways of this wonderful soggy land of yours here? And
Well, I have contacts here, and I have contacts to the north, and of course in Leon, and I'm always looking to try to find someone who has more of something than they need.
Oh, so you must have heard wonderful stories about this land. Various places you've been at.
I've heard some.
Tell me, what's the funniest story you have heard?
The funniest story that I've heard.
Take notes.
Well, I do remember.
Poor me. I'm putting Stu on the spot.
Poor you. Let me get my map out here. I was traveling outside of Arras, and I met a tinker. And the poor tinker, they called him One Tooth, because apparently he only had one tooth. But indeed, I did meet this man, and he had two. And his two teeth. I'm making up a story, and you're not even listening to me.
I'm totally like,
And his two
that's gonna
teeth,
happen.
unfortunately, did not connect when he closed his mouth. They missed each other, so he had to chew sideways whenever he ate. But he was very proud that at his age, the man was perhaps 60 years old,
Oh.
and had managed to keep two teeth that he could use to chew his food. And he would order the toughest of meats and proudly chew upon them. And then one day, and I did witness this myself, he was drinking from a cup made of pewter. And someone made a joke, and he laughed. And as he laughed, he clasped his mouth down upon this cup and broke one of his teeth.
Oh, travesty. What was his name?
One Tooth.
One tooth.
Just One Tooth.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you ask the man why his name was One Tooth? Prior to
Not prior to, no, but I did say that at least now he lived up to his name.
this is true.
He did not find it amusing at the time, although his companions did.
A goodly, well-told tale, sir. I shall work that into a story.
I'm certain you have an equally entertaining story, Uzel.
Well,
Tell us a story.
oh, absolutely. So,
Not the sweeter one.
Yeah.
The sweeter one was not.
there was this
That's- I
one
gotta
young
switch
orcish
over to-
lad who was born terribly deformed. He was only born a head. So this poor little orcish lad was
She
raised
makes the sign of the
was
cross.
raised by his litter mates just as fine, and he survived. He was a great, lovely little child and grew to it. Well, came the time of becoming a man, and he was going to get his first drink. So they did take him to the mead hall, and or to the we don't have mead. Maybe we have mead. They take him to the mead hall, and they give him a mead, and out popped this perfectly good orcish torso, a strong, strapping young orc, and they were like, "Oh, it's a miracle! It's marvelous! Give him more!" So they gave him another one, and out popped a perfectly formed arm, and another arm, and then there's this beautiful young orc child standing there, and everybody's praising, and they're chanting, and they're laughing, and they're weeping. It's gorgeous, and they to celebrate, they give him one more mead, and he drops over dead and falls down, and the barkeep did look over the bar and say, "Well, he should have quit while he was ahead." He was a.
Oh my
That kills him. That kills him back at the camp.
Because I think the look on Adeste's face, because she was like, "Glory be to God. God must have been with this child." And then you say that, and she's like, "Oh, like religious humor wouldn't have been." Yeah, no,
And Azim
Totally.
is just confused.
yeah.
Right, that one's not getting used again. Okay.
That one's out of the set.
Yeah. That usually kills him. That's one of the. Usually that's a lead with that one.
Why would you want to kill with humor?
Look, the mead's here.
Oh, he brings over.
Thank you.
Cups of
Thank
mead.
you. To your healths.
I know, it's just like, wow. Okay. Excellent.
So if we are in agreement, I will leave at sunrise tomorrow, if that is amenable.
Yes. And travel
Um,
shortly after sunrise. Because I know you will need your 15 minutes of sunrise prayer at dawn, right?
indeed. What's my feel for what the weather's going to be doing tomorrow?
Do you have any kind of thing that you can...
Not specifically, no.
Well, you can make a perception check. And just from your traveling experience, whether or not you think tomorrow is going to be a fair weather day or not.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, no.
Probably more rain, because you can see the clouds go on, and during the day, you could, the gray went on as far as you could see in every direction.
Okay. Will the roads be passable for your wagon tomorrow? The rain looks to continue.
I do believe the road from here to Leon is reasonably well kept. There's very rarely any washouts, so I would hope so. I do need to get home.
Certainly. You've been traveling long?
Well, I've been away for about 3 weeks.
You have family?
Yes.
You've left in Leon?
Yes.
They await you?
Of course. Well, perhaps not my wife.
I am sorry to hear this.
Well, no. She gets upset when I travel. But it is my business.
Certainly. You have lodgings here?
Oh yes, of course. I have lodgings across the way.
We'll meet in front of the inn
Certainly.
shortly after dawn.
Very well.
She would probably, at that point, once she's eaten and drunk her wine, she is probably not going to have a room at the inn or the tavern. She would attempt to, ask. Well, yeah, maybe she's going to ask if she can stay by if there's a stable or something.
Oh yeah, there is. It tells you across the way there's an inn. Behind the inn is the stable.
You would not mind if I made my bed there?
Oh, you would need to talk to the proprietor of that.
Certainly. Oh, okay.
There's
it
no
doesn't belong
rooms
to
here.
the
This
inn.
is just a...
Oh, I thought it was
This
an
is-
inn and a tavern.
This is a tavern. No, this
Yeah.
is just
Oh,
it's
gotcha.
like a pub, like a little...
Okay. Where would the gentleman be staying then if he had lodgings? There is
Across
an
the way.
inn?
Yeah,
Okay,
there is an inn
gotcha.
across the way.
Excellent.
Go across.
Okay.
I just got warm and dry.
Yeah, there's still some rain.
Oh,
Or is it-
well, it's starting to let up a little bit.
Okay.
And mud.
Always with the mud.
I have never seen any place that was so wet. I am amazed the place does not rest closed.
That it does not what?
Rust closed. It is not so wet in Iberia.
I've never been to Iberia.
Night at the inn costs 9 asses.
Is the gentleman going across the street with us?
Yes,
Because
yes,
he's
staying
already
at the-
arranged
yes.
for lodgings. Cool.
Mhm.
Well,
May I speak to the innkeeper, please?
Oh,
Yeah.
he walks over and he
Okay.
introduces you.
Sir, I would like to make a simple bed in the stable, if I might. May I pay you?
Yeah, 2 asses. You can.
Got it.
You might want to convert your sou to whatever.
Asses.
You probably aren't carrying gold around anyway. Most.
Oh,
of the
no.
time. Right.
So it was 10 asses for a
Denarii and 12
denarii for soul.
So
Okay, gotcha.
So it's
I'm just gonna do.
pretty much... What's your... So how many sou in a... How many ass in a sou?
Well, 10 and times 12, 120.
yeah.
Accounting.
I don't know if you guys want a room or if you would want to get in on that same deal. So that's up to you.
I'll pay him 2 asses and sleep in the stable.
okay.
I'll get a room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get a room. So I've just subtracted.
He takes you
What did you
upstairs.
say it was? 8?
9.
9?
Cool.
He, by candlelight, leads you upstairs and shows you to your room. And it has a bed and a hook on the wall.
Perfectly acceptable, my good man. Thank you.
If you need anything, I will be downstairs. And then he walks you guys out to the stable. And he
Excellent.
goes over and starts cleaning out a couple of stalls with his...
I suppose the guy has cart and horses, sir?
They're here,
Or-
yes.
Yeah.
If he'll just point at the stall, I'll clean it up.
Oh, of course. Thank you. And he says, these two, they very rarely get used as it is.
I'll clean them out, get some fresh straw.
Okay.
Thank you. We'll help you if you do that. Yeah.
All right. So,
Before I go to bed,
mhm.
I want to take a look at the sky. Is it clearing up?
You can see stars. You can definitely see a lot of stars.
Oh, good. Then I will spend some time taking measurements and making notes about the night sky, because the night sky is different here from
Yes.
where I'm from.
Yes. Okay.
I might see familiar constellations,
Oh, sure.
but they're in
absolutely.
different places,
Right.
which is very interesting to me as a scientist.
Okay. Anything else for the night?
I'm going to start working on a song called The Truth About One Tooth. He had no tooth at all. The truth about one tooth, had no tooth at all.
That's excellent.
Excellent. All right. The next morning, you wake up, well rested, kind of stiff-necked, but not bad. And there's blue skies.
Excellent.
I'll be dressed and head down to the tavern and get some breakfast, bread and cheese maybe, and
Yeah.
a thin,
Flat beer.
flat beer. Exactly.
Okay.
And you said it's about a day and a half travel to Leon.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Day and a half,
Gina
2 days.
asking.
In the rain, definitely 2 days.
Okay.
But maybe a day and a half
Excellent. Okay.
if it stays nice.
And I'll also buy a loaf of bread and a hunk of cheese if I can as well for the road.
Okay.
So how much will that run me?
Oh. Let's say
For the breakfast and
for the breakfast and the extra food,
Rations.
about 8 denarii.
okay.
Nah, 6. Say 6.
You might already know this, Azim, but Adeste will try to catch like rabbits or whatnot along the way, and it's not a day and a half. It's
I'll go to the innkeeper,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to buy some bread and cheese.
Okay. At the tavern across
At the
the
tavern.
way. Okay. All right. Without no breakfast.
No.
4.
I'll pay him.
Okay.
Bread and cheese.
I put that she basically has travel items, including, but it would be super basic like hardtack or something.
Right.
Okay, that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, not for infinite supply, but
Right.
at this point.
And the bread you got, by the
Almond
way,
crack.
little like college or cottage loaves, is still warm.
Oh, good.
Looks like he baked it late last night or early this morning in anticipation.
Okay,
You opened those already?
Yeah.
Can I have a few of those? Did you?
I want to eat popcorn.
No.
Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
brought the cheddar popcorn once, and I can't not eat it anymore. It's so
What
awesome.
kind is that?
It's just white cheddar popcorn. It's so good.
Do you know the brand though?
Oh, it's it's in the trash can over there.
Crinkly.
Yummy.
It's crinkly. It's a crinkly bag.
Crinkly
It's
bag.
really good. I mean, just the white cheddar is just,
Yeah.
it gets on your fingers. So it's a little, if you eat a whole bag, you find yourself but it's really good.
That's pretty yummy. I shouldn't have started.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's not that bad for you as things go. It's actually calorie-wise.
Yeah.
It's
Popcorn's pretty good.
All right. Well, when you guys come out, you see him.
just love them.
Cool.
He's got his wagon out and his mule. He's hitching it up. He's basically fighting the mule, trying to get him to cooperate.
I'll go help him.
Okay.
Talk to the mule in soothing tones and Arabic.
Okay. Tells you, sometimes it can be a foul beast.
What is its name?
I call her Artemis.
That's a good name. Oh,
If you have belongings, my wagon is empty. If you have belongings you wish to throw in, as to not carry, you're welcome too.
that's very generous. Oozle? Azim?
I'm going to put my pack in the wagon. As we get out of town, though, as we're leaving town, heading into the wilds, I'm going to reach into my bedroll and take out my scimitar and belt it,
Okay.
just in case.
Looks like he has a little staff and a knife. They,
Okay.
he's now wearing.
It's 11:60 and we all have knives.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark
Well,
that
just
down
seem
there.
for functional, yeah. Adeste, I think, would just start to lead them out of town,
Okay.
walking slightly ahead of them and just,
Yeah, I'm walking along with them. Got my staff with me, humming along and occasionally writing words down in my book here. Ooh, yes.
are you singing the beginnings of your one tooth?
Get me
Yeah,
one of those two.
that's awesome.
The
Remind me to reload the fridge before we leave tonight. Remind me to reload the fridge before
Okay.
we leave tonight.
make sure. You guys are ambling along in about
Cool.
on about midday. He says, "How about we stop and start a cooked fire for lunch? Or would you prefer to travel on?
What time is it, probably?
Midday. It's probably like 1 o'clock.
This is an excellent time to stop.
Very well.
She will go ahead and make fire
Okay.
off
It's
the
still
side of the
really
road.
wet.
Okay. We'll try to look for dry brush and some timber
Okay.
to start the fire, and then attempt to go catch something.
Okay. Make your survival.
Okay.
Just to make it one roll. Survival plus, let's say, perception in this case.
Okay.
And that'll kind of cover both things.
Okay, fidget. Fidget. Do your thing.
I see a 6 and a 5.
Oh, I did it again. Good, because I didn't see that 5. Because I'm like, ooh, 1, 2, 3. That does not help me. But yes, I have 2 successes, a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
That one's
All right.
being nice.
You're able to start get the fire going.
Okay.
You're able to catch a rabbit.
Excellent. I will skin the rabbit
Okay.
and just break it down pretty. Actually, probably you just skin it, and I'm going to stick it on a stick and put it over
You
the
got
fire.
to eat the whole rabbit. Otherwise
Yeah, well, and you break it off after. It's not like you.
it's called rabbit starvation. If you don't eat everything, bones and everything, you don't get much out of a rabbit. They're so lean in protein.
Are there bones?
This is a bizarre thing that
Yeah,
I picked
no,
up years
I'm
ago. It's called rabbit
fascinated.
starvation. If you are out in the wilderness and you can apparently you can kill rabbits, and if you don't eat like their eyes and brains and bones
Yeah.
and all that, you can't process it. They're so lean. There's no fat. There's nothing in there, and you can basically eat all the rabbit you want and still starve to death. And they're all calling me out on that, right? It's
No,
called,
no,
it's
I
called
just
rabbit
was flashed
starvation.
for some reason.
Well, I'm sure it's lean protein, but that's like eating turkey without eating turkey skin.
I guess, but it's an actual thing I heard about.
I remember that too.
Stuck
but
in my head.
I'll bet you anything it's a urban myth.
Could be.
Yeah,
Also,
because
but maybe
that's
depends on
weird.
the type of rabbit, you know.
I'm not eating brains or eyeballs. I don't think I'm.
In that day and age, yeah, you would.
Oh, I would? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm eating brains and eyeballs.
Well,
Probably.
brains anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Brain was a delicacy in the Middle Ages.
Okay. Then yum. I will share with you guys, though, because that's what kind of girl I am.
I'm going to gather.
Yeah, they said you need to eat the brain to have enough fat.
Oh, really?
Vegetation.
brains
I'm
have
gonna look for berries, nuts,
Okay.
that kind of thing. Botany.
I'm gathering you're a vegetarian.
And perception.
If I knew that, I would also do that for you, because I'm not going to be escorting you. And
Oh no,
not-
that's fine. And it's not that he wouldn't ever eat meat.
Yeah,
It's by preference.
yeah. But I'm just saying, I would if I saw something.
I'm
I
a
would
jungle
pick it up.
warrior.
A jungle warrior. What is that?
Jungle roar.
Oh, I have no idea what that
okay.
is, but
Just eat it.
All right.
what the hell is that?
It's a jungle roar.
What did you
Sweden.
just put in my mouth?
It's from Sweden.
Holy crap!
It's a lot of salt
What'd you
and
Swedes
black
do
licorice.
to me? Oh my god, I love black licorice.
It's going to get good.
It's like an everlasting gobstopper. You're like, what is it? Oh,
My
wait a minute.
Makes it like a Netflix series. Starts out really bad, but then it gets good.
oh my god, I love black licorice.
I got two.
That
successes.
salt is crazy pants though.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you get a.
not
You actually
typical
have
salt.
enough for dinner.
That's
as well.
delicious.
Okay.
It's
Wow.
salted licorice.
It kind of hangs out for a bit. Mm-hmm. I don't know if
It's
it goes. I
actually
don't know if
really
it
good.
pairs well with the wine, but
Wild tubers to go with
That's
the
yummy.
rabbit. That,
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Odeste is cooking.
I'm gonna. What do you call those? What do you call those? I'm gonna do a little sketch of them. What are those called?
It is the rabbit.
No, the tubers. I know
Oh,
what
the
rabbit
two
is.
birds. I'm like,
I'll write the
that's
name
why
down,
she's
whatever-
like,
whatever's-
okay, your people have been here for a couple hundred years. Did you just come out of the cave? We don't really know where you came from.
Came from another dimension.
Yeah.
The food's different here. We don't know what anything is to eat.
We have
don't-
really good produce here, K-Pax.
What are the two birds? Are they sort of potato-ish, sweet potato-ish, or
I would guess yam-like.
dandelion
Okay.
roots
Probably.
or something, or
Yam-like, probably.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that was yummy. Excellent.
Because we're making good enough time, we may be able to make it near the crossroad by nightfall.
You did not need a scout.
I know the way. I just do not wish to travel alone.
That's wise. And we will,
Back up.
break camp,
Yeah.
get going.
Make it about another 5-6 hours.
Okay.
And the sun is starting to slowly rest in the western sky.
Pray.
As you're starting to approach, when you start talking about we need to stop someplace and make camp because the sunset's coming, you can see that there's someone up on the road ahead of you about 15 minutes away.
Is it-
The figure?
Is it near the crossroads? Or
It's not at the crossroads. It's closer to it than you are here.
What's that in the road ahead?
I see what you did there. I would like to suss out the person in the road. Like, are they just hanging out there? Or do I see like that it looks like they're selling something? Or
Make a perception roll.
okay. Ooh, what the hell? I'm lucky. When I made it.
All right.
I got 2.
Okay. It appears to be a woman.
Okay.
She's not standing. She seems to be on the ground. And she is like waving toward you.
I think I would quicken my pace too.
Okay. What's the
because it
surrounding
seems
terrain
like
look like? Is it trees?
Mm-hmm.
Thick trees?
Pretty thick.
Does it appear from at a glance from this distance that she's in distress?
Yeah.
Then I will quicken my pace and go
Okay.
to her.
Can I use?
Which I know is a bad choice.
No, I know.
that
As
that's
I
a
get
bad
closer,
choice.
I'm going to read individual.
I have read individual. Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
You do too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, if you're hustling up with us, if you want to make that roll, do it. Because it seems like we all are like, if she's in distress, we would like to help her, but we're a little
No,
skeptical.
I believe she's totally a decoy.
I would imagine if I've traveled the roads and he did encounter highwaymen, it is possible.
So I want to read individual. Does she
And
look?
just because she's a woman doesn't, I am not going to necessarily believe that she
Right.
would not be duplicitous.
You need to get probably within well enough to see a face.
All right. So
do it.
for those playing at home, read individual is one of my skills, but I have it at 1. So how do I roll read individual?
In this case, read individual is going to be a resisted, a contested roll.
Okay.
So you're going to roll perception plus read individual. You can tell me how many successes you got.
So that would be a total of 4 dice.
And if she is trying to, if this is some sort of charade, she's going to make a lying roll using lying.
Got
and,
it.
And what do I need
and
to
will.
success?
You need 5s and 6s.
And
I
you
have-
need 2 of them.
I need 2 of them. Sorry, I
Oh,
did
just tell me
not.
how many you get, because this is a contested
Oh,
roll.
I
and
have
it's
1
good.
success.
So close.
She's going, help me, I've fallen, I think I've broken my leg. And you're like, maybe she broke her leg, but I mean, the circumstances obviously are suspicious.
Was she?
But she's not. But she's not saying anything
Yeah.
in herself that makes you go, "Oh no, this is a ruse." Right, but
You said she was standing, kind of flagging us.
no, she's on the ground. She
Oh,
was on the ground.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to her because
Like her legs beneath her.
Okay.
I'm going to her because I have no.
I'm gonna look left and right into the trees.
Make perception roll.
All right. That's just straight
That's
perception.
just straight bones out perception. I wonder if I should come up with another skill to pair with it to make it bigger.
So I only have 1 5, so I have no successes.
Right. Well, that is a success, but you need 2. So no, you don't see anyone. So you're as you are getting closer, you see him. He kind of slows down a little bit as you're approaching.
Okay. So yeah, I hate when we do everybody does, but I would absolutely want to ensure that if he's starting to slow down, it would be extra on the alert that it's
Okay.
like this is potentially not what it seems.
Right. So he's up ahead of both of you,
Okay.
Azim.
Yeah.
You're within like 10 or 15 feet. He says, "Oh, thank you. I've twisted my leg, and I'm afraid I broke it. If I try to put my weight on it, it hurts terribly."
Please understand, I must examine your leg.
Oh, of course, of course.
I'll have to pull her skirt up a little bit, but no higher than I absolutely have to.
Well, no,
'cause-
she like reaches down and starts to pull her skirt up,
Okay.
and then shink, she comes out with a knife
Okay.
and sets the knife not at your throat but close to you, and you can hear some rustling from the sides.
Okay. Do
Well,
we,
that cinches that.
do we need some initiative now?
Let's do some initiative.
Yeah. Because I want to do things
Initiative is reaction roll. Your reaction.
And you
time.
just roll it, and we
Roll it
add
and
the
count it,
pips,
yes.
basically, right? Okay. Let's just roll these little guys. Oh, one little tiny guy, but still good.
How come you rolled 3? Am I doing something wrong?
Reaction
rolling
is
your-
3, so
Yeah.
I roll 3 dice,
Oh,
right?
right. Okay.
Yeah.
7.
I have 9.
I have 12.
Nine.
Mhm.
7.
Have we changed how we do initiative?
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. Well,
Oh, so-
the highwayman rolled highest.
Oh,
I
okay.
have 14.
Okay.
And then
So
you go
that's-
left. That's what we used to do.
Odd, even. So it'll go this direction.
Gotcha. That's right.
Right? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just remember the going left thing, but yeah, you're right. It was odd and even.
So for those of you new to Mode of Sin, he's got this kind of neat mechanic with
Yeah.
initiative, which is every time you do it, it goes the other way, right?
No, you roll high roll.
Right.
If
Yeah.
the high roll is even, you go clockwise.
There you go.
If the high roll is odd, you go counterclockwise.
Just to mix it up a bit. That's cool.
Even, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So there are 3 of them. One of them has a sword. 2 of them have clubs, and you can see that they kind of jump out. And there's you want to make a little space on the map there, and I'll draw it out
Yep.
for you real quick.
I took your green dice.
That's okay.
I'm going to take your green dice.
You can, anything else you need. I'm here for you. Here, I'll move this so you can get in there better.
Goes like that, and a tree. And tree.
Happy little trees.
Trees.
I love happy little trees.
Okay, Bob Ross.
Love Bob Ross.
I made Bob Ross an emoji on our Slack.
That's awesome.
I did.
You were there at the
Yeah.
party when I did Bob Ross for
No,
Halloween?
I also made you 2 Lebowski emojis.
Oh, awesome.
I
What are they?
The what day is it GIF, and then just a Lebowski head, like kind of cartoonish.
And what was in it?
New shit has come to light, man.
And what was
Yeah.
in it? Papers, and business papers. And what is it you do for a living? I'm unemployed.
What is it you do for a living, Mr. Lasky?
You know, Ian McShane is a national treasure, but so is Bridges, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges is absolutely a national treasure, and Ian
Yeah.
McShane is English, so he can't be an
yeah,
national
he can be
treasure.
an
Can you hand me that-
international treasure.
The little mini bin. This is all big stuff. It looks
Okay,
like.
sorry,
big
I
stuff in
just
Star Wars.
smacked my
No worries.
my thingy.
Someone want to do with the scimitar?
Yeah, that'll do.
It's perfect.
We get to use minis. I'll totally bring a mini.
Oh, who's gonna play that guy?
Oh, I'll do that. I'll play the Friar. Why not?
We have a giant blue dragon, which is going to come next. Not really.
It's like the innkeeper. That's such a great mini. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wiping his hands with a rag.
Yeah.
Love that.
Reaper does great stuff.
Yeah, they do.
I was getting a couple dudes.
Okay.
Okay.
This is when Azim casts Enlarge on a dust day.
You want to play? She's got a sword.
I
then-
love this one.
And then when
Ooh,
she
yeah.
shoots arrows, they're like spears.
Yeah. Where's our lady?
I'm getting her right now.
Okay, cool. Because I know I was up there. Well, he was first. This is she? We're going this way. Because you.
I'm gonna put her
were
kind
in
of.
front
I'm gonna
us.
put her kind of
That's
in the
not me.
middle.
That's
Okay.
me.
Yeah.
I'm in the back.
No, I'll make that her. Okay. All right.
Oh, but
Is this-
then
this
maybe
is
next
Aziz?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's there, she's there.
Okay.
That's Black Widow.
Nice.
They kind of, ha ha!
Whoa!
Ha ha!
We are highwaymen. We have taken you by surprise.
We have outrageous French accents.
Oh,
Ha ha!
yeah, a racist French accent.
Outracist.
Outrageous French accent.
Do you have the list of
I just
spells?
started thinking of Monty Python for some reason.
It's actually from Mel Brooks'
Your
Into the
list of
World.
spells is determined
French.
by you.
That's why we have these outrageous
You mean what they
accents.
do?
Right.
Uh huh.
May I borrow?
That's funny.
Danke.
Here, I'll move this so we can rolly.
Now, as an
So we start
experiment,
running.
you want
Yeah.
to take that camera and turn the GM camera and turn it down.
Okay, you tell me
Probably
when
the top,
is
just the top, probably.
just like this push.
Here, like that.
Oh, you don't have
Not-
to do the whole device.
Earning enough.
Okay.
It's not enough slack on that line.
Damn you, camera.
That's probably enough.
Ooh. Yeah, because that's a telescopic thing. It should be able to go up, right?
Or down.
Hold on. No, don't.
Okay, right.
I'm
I see what you're
actually
doing.
watching
I got
what
you.
I'm doing now. No, it needs to actually come up. I don't know if they can see what's going on. It's kind of washed out because it's so
This
wide.
is the foul lady right here, the bad
Right.
person.
And she's got him a knife
That's
to
the
his throat.
Zim.
Well,
Two-
not precisely to my throat, but
Two
pointed at me
Oh, all right.
highwaymen.
at striking range. So
Which we may partially see, but they're kind of obscured. I'm guessing. These two highwaymen.
You can see them.
Oh, we can see them. And this is Adeste.
And that's
Uzel.
me. Uzel, yeah.
And
highwayman.
who the hell is this?
Another highwayman.
What?
Let me just futz with the color correction, see if I can make it a little better. Not bad.
There's a Bob Ross in the chat room. From Mythico 2.
So yeah, like two Halloweens ago, I dressed as Bob Ross, put the wig on and everything, and showed up, and I brought a paintbrush and stuff with me because I wasn't sure anybody would know who I was. And I grew the beard out a little.
Yeah?
And I walked in, everybody goes, "Happy trees!" and I
Aw,
was
that's
like,
so-
everybody
that's
knows who
awesome.
Bob Ross
Okay.
was.
All right, so
There's more to that story. I'll tell you later.
That's awesome. So highwaymen, do your thing. You got to go first. Because you are evil.
okay. Well, they're pulling their weapons out.
Okay.
They'll move. Now your move. What's your move number?
3 for me.
3. Okay, that's it. Because move is small in this game. So move like that. He's gonna move like that.
Okay.
And he's gonna move like that. And that's and they're pulling their weapons out.
Okay.
So their weapons are out. That is their turn. And now it goes to you.
I don't know if you would allow, and it's totally cool if you did not, that as I saw her, because we were suspicious,
Sure.
I saw Uzel slowing down, would have been starting to draw my crossbow, so if my crossbow can be drawn,
Okay, yeah. Well, your bow, your composite bow.
or my composite bow, sorry, not crossbow.
Is
Yeah.
that the name of the bow? Is Bobo?
Bow.
Bobo the bow?
Step away from him, or I will shoot the woman.
Okay. They will react on their turn.
They probably go, whatevs. And I obviously trained my sight on her, so I am aiming
Okay.
at her, I guess.
I am going to wait
All right.
because I heard Adeste, and I heard someone moving behind me, which probably does not bode well. I do not have a weapon in hand, but I'm not going to draw quite yet.
Okay.
But I'm also not backing down.
All right. Excellent.
Since I've been using my quarterstaff to walk along with, I'm just going to smack this guy upside the head
Okay.
because he's right there at me. So, quarterstaff, my strength plus skill plus
That's your
2.
damage. That's your damage.
That's the damage.
To hit, you're going to roll your skill with the weapon plus your melee attack.
Oh, our dude is way back here, right? Like
Yes, the
horse
wagon.
and carrot.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so 5 dice.
2 success. Oh, before you start, you can assign defense dice.
Oh, yeah.
So if you whatever your attack roll is going to be with whatever your weapon you're using, you can pull out dice in pairs, and basically you're fighting more defensively. So you get, like if you have 5 dice, you can pull 2 dice out and set them aside and say, these are for defense, so that anyone trying to hit you now has to get 3 successes rather than 2.
I see. But in order for me to get 2 successes, yeah, I'm gonna.
I'm
Okay.
just letting you guys
Yeah.
know
I
that that's an
understand.
option.
That's awesome.
That is an option.
So I'm just gonna try to smack this guy upside the head really hard with my buck and a quarter staff.
That's actually really simple. I didn't remember it
You guys-
working
you
so
got 2
simply, but
successes?
that's,
I got 2 successes. I got a
Nice.
5 and a 6.
Okay. All right, you hit.
that's our thing for today, I think.
Yeah, you have to. You're supposed to declare that at the top of your turn.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
The way it's supposed,
Duh.
the way it's supposed to work, and I forgot, is as soon as initiative's rolled, everyone after initiative is rolled determines if they want to set any dice, and then
Oh.
on your next turn, on your turn, you can change it.
got it.
So
Okay.
you can always update it at the top of every turn.
Okay.
Like I
So
said,
once
this-
we determine initiative order, we would say, okay, we
I'm gonna
kind
set
of
2
know what
aside.
we're, yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
like, oh boy, I'm going last, so I'm going to
Okay.
set 2 aside definitely.
All right, so damage is strength
plus skill,
So
and then usually plus. Does it?
am I rolling it?
Yeah.
Damage? Okay. 3, 4, 5, and then plus 2? Plus 2 dice or plus 2?
Plus 2 dice. And then there's 2 numbers afterwards. Those are your floating target numbers.
Yeah, 4 to 6.
No, it's 4 and 6. 4 is minor damage. So every die that rolls a 4 or higher does minor, and every die that rolls a 6 does serious.
Okay.
So the easiest thing to do is to count serious first, and then add to that, because anytime a die does serious, it's going to do minor as well.
All right. What have we got here? A lot of 1s. 1s and 3s. I don't like your dice anymore.
Oh, no. Well, that's what I
I
figured.
have-
We'll succeed until we are in combat, and then we will fail.
I have 1. I'm just actually bring it for the camera. I have 1 5, which makes a serious dice, yes? Because 4 to 6.
No.
No.
That's minor. 6 is serious, 4 is minor. So 4 or higher does minor damage.
Okay.
6 or higher does serious.
So it's all minor damage, is what I've got
I don't
here.
see, well, I don't even see any 4s except for the 1.
Oh, you're right.
So you do 1 point of minor damage.
I do 1 point of minor damage.
You thwack him a little bit.
Okay.
And that is the back guy. Okay.
Now we see.
He is going to counterattack you. Oh, and he will miss. He's got a club. Ugh! Swings it, misses you. The one in front of you is sort of waiting because he heard you the best.
Okay, true.
The one coming up, you definitely heard someone behind you.
Yep.
Okay. He is going to try to attack you.
Well,
Okay. What is he attacking me with?
A club.
Okay.
I got 2 successes.
you didn't reserve any.
I haven't attacked.
Oh, I thought we went this way.
You
was
did.
holding.
I was holding.
Oh, do you want to go before he goes? You can interrupt.
Well, I think since we hit the end of the round and I was waiting to see what would happen, I think what I would do is put all of my dice in defense.
Okay. All right. You do it in pairs, so anything over a pair is lost. So
Okay, so I have 1 pair.
Okay, so he would miss then.
Okay. Presumably because you heard him, so you were able to.
Right.
Dodge.
I heard the whoosh of the
Yeah.
club and ducked.
And the woman is setting aside dice for defense. She's basically kind of getting up and kind of scrambling
Sure.
close to the ground. So you're like,
Because she probably heard me too, because I was coming up on her. Okay. This guy took a swipe at
yes.
my. Okay. Was aiming at her, but after that happens, I think I would like to take a shot at him.
Okay, you can do that.
Because that was not cool. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm not reserving any defense, I don't think.
Okay. So this would be ranged attack plus whatever your skill.
I guess it would make sense to reserve something for defense, but you have to do it in pairs. You said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
2 dice equals 1 extra success.
so there. Oh, gotcha. So there you go. I'm reserving 2
Okay.
because I would have had 6 to roll. And I think I'm going to go ahead and use my
Your talent?
Yeah, one talent.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 1 for this game of Eagle Eye, which just basically means she's a good shot.
Okay.
So I'm adding 3d6 for my talent, which we're allowed to do twice a game. And I'm going to try. Oh my lordy!
It's a lot of 6s.
Yeah, I don't know what the green guy is. I can't see.
6.
It. Oh, okay. I got 3 6s and a 5.
Holy metric. Okay.
Yeah.
4 successes. All right.
And my composite bow gives me 4s and 5s. So is serious all of this?
Oh, no, you have to
No,
roll
you
damage
roll
yet.
that separately.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
Because you got 2 successes more than you needed, that is considered a critical success.
Okay, cool.
So you're going to roll skill. It says on the what was it? Skill plus.
Skill
Strength.
plus 6, you told me. Not strength for this. I think all the
that's right.
ranged were just skill
Right.
plus a number for the
Skill-
weapon.
Skill plus 6.
6 for me. So my skill is just a 2, right? Because
Okay.
I'm not doing the range attack.
Right.
I'm just doing the skill.
And let's say for this shot, what are the numbers for damage?
4 and 5. 4/5 is
Let's
what
make
it
it.
said.
Let's make it 3 and 4.
Okay.
Just for this shot,
Okay.
because that's the critical.
And then I need to add. There's 4 and my 2. Okay. Because then it's plus. Oh no, I get 2 more dice.
All the dice do that. It's just
Yeah,
all the
right.
dice
Because
roll.
I get plus 6
Oh, wait,
and
you
my
see
skill,
someone-
which is
Yeah.
2.
In the other setting, when someone shoots a
Yeah.
gun, it can be 12 or 14 dice.
Yeah.
I was hitting people with a 4-foot long wrench.
Oh, I want to
for
keep
12
that
dice
one. That
worth
was
of
a
damage.
6. But it truly fell out of my hands. Ooh, this is not as good. So I got that.
So
I
count
see
count your minors first.
Yeah,
or your
this
majors.
was a 4, right? You said 3s and 4s?
Yeah, both numbers are 1 lower.
Okay. So I got. So my minors are just 3 and below?
All
3
of
and
them are
higher.
minors.
Oh, all of them are minors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, not the ones.
Right.
Not the ones.
Anything 3
Okay.
or above is a minor.
Oh, that's what. Okay. Then I got 5.
And then anything 4 and above is a major.
Oh, that's what the 3, 4 is.
Right.
Okay.
So you've done
So I did 5 minor.
and 4 major.
Do you call it minor? Mm-hmm. And then 4 major.
4 serious.
Yeah, 4 serious. Minor and serious.
So he's not having a happy day.
Oh no, that's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
What's your hit points?
I've got 10
Right.
total.
And that's low, but they don't usually doesn't get higher than like 14. I think it's about as high as the normal person's going to get.
Right.
Maybe 16. So he's very hurt.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, you reap what you sow.
Right.
So what is
So-
what is
She's
so it's my turn now, right?
she's basically kind of staying low, and she looks like she's trying to run for cover after she said, "I'm going to shoot her."
Her bit.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this thing.
Okay.
We're gonna do this
Excellent.
because we wouldn't be exercising the system if we didn't.
Right.
So let's explain to everyone, myself included, exactly what's involved in casting a spell.
Okay. Let me see the book real quick. You basically all spells happen in one turn. You cast them; it happens like that.
Right.
You're going to make a casting roll.
Mm-hmm.
Which spell are you going to cast?
Firestorm.
Riri. Okay. All right.
It just rained.
The mage creates a 1 meter circle of swirling fire within 5 meters, which you can totally do. Damage is 46, 4 damage.
Right.
To anyone within that square. Additional successes can increase the radius of the firestorm by 1 meter or increase the range by 5 meters.
And we build the pool.
You're going to build the pool with the lowest of the forces that you're using for the spell.
Right. Got it.
Plus, there's a casting. Let me find it real quick. There's a casting derived stat.
And what are the forces you're using?
Fire. And
Let me look.
uh,
Firestorm uses fire, Genesis, because you probably don't have a source of flame right now.
Right.
Air and exponentia.
Yep.
Oops. And spellcasting. Here we go. And spellcasting. Did I put it in the right spot? I didn't put it in the right spot. Let me find it. It's will and perception, I think. And they are averaged and
Right.
and fractions are dropped.
Right. Which gives me 4 dice for that, 1 for the element, and I am going to teach my target, which happens to be the guy who's menacing Adeste.
Okay.
This guy, because she's leaving.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's
And
the
I-
guy you're going to try.
Right,
to hit.
and I'd rather not strike. I don't want to attack a woman anyway.
She was withdrawing.
Yeah,
She-
she's
yeah.
moving away. Okay, I'm going to teach him about the burning sands of the desert,
Okay.
which
Now you're going to make a. Let me just explain this to people at
Yeah.
home. The magic system is very open ended.
right.
So your dice pool with your spell casting plus your the skill is what? Your dice pool?
It's 5 dice.
5 dice. But your will is what?
My will is 4.
4. So he can multiply that dice pool by up to 4. The limiting factor with it is every one he rolls adds a point of entropy to his character.
Right.
And if he gets entropy over his will, something very terrible is going to happen.
Right.
How do you recover entropy?
Sleeping.
Okay.
Right. But I'm only going. I'm only going to apply 1.
Okay, so
One will
you're going to roll 10 dice.
I'm not going to multiply it.
Oh, you're not going to multiply.
I'm not going to multiply it. I'm going to roll 5 dice for that. But I have a boon called Burning Sands, which I'm going to add 3 dice to,
Okay, and you can use that twice per session.
twice per session.
Okay.
That's a talent.
Right.
Feel the burn.
Okay. So I am rolling a total of 8 dice.
All right.
Yay, talents.
Okay. No ones.
I see 5s.
I have a 1, but it's on my talent dice.
I haven't decided about that because that's spending moments of truth.
Uh huh.
Moments of truth can't cause backfires.
Right.
Let's go ahead and say you took that. You're going to take that one entropy.
Okay, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I have 4 successes.
So you basically you do not want to roll a 1 when you're casting.
Ever.
Well, yeah, but you can roll up to your will, and nothing bad happens.
Right.
But the moment you go over that, you're basically not properly controlling the forces of magic, and they're
Okay.
running amok.
So a 1 anytime though is going to cause entropy.
Yes, and
Okay.
what he does is he marks down on his sheet, I have 1 entropy point.
Okay.
And then if during the course of the day he ends up exceeding his
My will,
max,
which is 4.
then he has to start rolling on that table.
I was going to make a second sheet for magic. Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
okay.
So I had 4 successes.
Okay, so you have 2 extra to spend.
Right.
You can make the circle bigger.
Oh no, I'm good at the circle being what it is.
Okay.
Thank you for not burning me. I'm not a witch.
I'm not a witch.
She does have a wart.
You put this on me.
Right
I'm
there
gonna-
to the nose. But she's a witch.
I'm going to say that you can also increase the damage, like the intensity.
Right. Which is actually what I want to do.
So,
the-
and I would say each die will allow you to add 4d6 to the damage.
Okay,
it's
so-
4d6, serious on a 4 or higher.
Right.
Can I make a suggestion? Mm-hmm. Because first of all, Uzel and I would like to know what this looks like.
Yeah, I'm
When
going
you're
to
doing
I'm going to
that.
describe in just a second as soon as I know how much damage we've done.
Because you may want to. Another bonus could be that it's more concealed.
Oh, yeah. That's possible too, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to roll because it's 46 damage
46
out of the gate.
base.
Right. I'm going to have it be concealed.
Okay.
So we're making that up. That's the thing now.
Invisible fire.
No,
No, it-
I know how that's going to happen,
It would
Okay.
be smart though in this game
and I'm looking for 4s and above.
4s and above.
I have 1.
because you, sir, are a witch.
I am, in fact, and I know that people won't like that.
Exactly.
So I have 1, but the fire comes from inside him.
Okay. All right. So he just starts screaming. He opens his mouth, and you can see there's like bright light coming out of his mouth,
Oh.
and he's making noise.
I can't. I have my back to you. See?
That's
Because I'm fighting that
fantastic.
guy.
Because she totally thinks that is God walking alongside her and smiting her enemy.
Very Joan of Arc.
So, because, people don't necessarily spontaneously
Right.
combust unless your Lord God and Savior
Right.
is like, I got you back. I got this.
Now that was your held turn.
No.
No,
that
this is
was
our
my
new,
turn.
new
We're back
round.
around, okay.
Yeah. Back around.
Well, hit him again.
Tell me about
All
your
right.
homeworld, Oozle.
So attack is 5.
5 and 5.
I got 2 successes.
Yeah.
To hit him.
Strength plus skill plus whatever you're supposed to add.
That's a good roll.
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, that looks
And I
pretty
will
sweet.
show the
The boss man. No ones and twos
What
in
are
there.
your numbers?
4 and 6.
So you did 1, 2, 3, 4 serious, 5 minor. He's down.
Nice. That's your dude. This guy, very, very bad news for him because he on fire from inside.
Right.
This guy has an arrow in his neck or something.
Yeah, he's very hurt.
Yeah, he's not. He's potentially mortally wounded, but he's still.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at that level, I believe he's on the ground, but not necessarily out. Let me just double check real quick.
Yeah, 0. You had 0 HP is unconscious. They're at 2 hit points puts you at negative 2d6,
He has
and 6 puts
he
you
has
on
2 hit
negative
points,
1.
2 hit points remaining.
So he's
So he's wounded.
okay.
So he's at minus 2d6 to all of his dice
Yep.
rolls. Do you have that on the sheet?
I do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
It is helpful.
So,
Oh, and I'm currently at
she's
10.
move her off like two.
Like she
two-
ran
two-
into the.
Yeah, she's
Like 2?
Just
1,
2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since this fight looks like it's going badly for them,
So she kind of been partially obscured.
And he is also going to head out that way as well.
Mr. Arrow in his
Yes.
neck. 2 or 3?
2.
1, 2. Probably into the brush, I would
Yes.
assume. Okay.
Blazing Fire guy. He only took 1 point of damage, so he's in pain, but he's going to go ahead and attack you.
He's got really bad indigestion.
He has he's a
Yeah.
heartburn.
Yeah. And remember, I got 2 reserved.
Oh well, I only got 1 success anyway.
Okay.
And that is the entirety of their turn. It's now your turn.
Okay. There's no step away penalty,
No.
blah, blah, blah. I can't leave my peeps, but she is going to try to move to see if she can see.
You can still see that guy. You
Yeah,
can still see
then
the-
she's going to take
You,
a.
you can take a shot.
Yeah. Possibly at
I
the
got it.
woman too,
Don't
but
worry
yeah.
about
Okay. 1, 2,
I don't
3.
know if getting close helps with the range
3.
or not.
At this
Well,
point,
no,
it doesn't really matter.
she's kind of moving up
I
because they're
see,
trying
right.
to run, so it would make sense. Plus, she's moving up on Azim because she's.
It technically might even be point blank, which may have a penalty. Let me check.
I would think so. If you tried to
Yeah.
shoot adjacent to somebody with a bow, you're not gonna. You would be better
Well,
off picking up an arrow and stabbing them in the neck with it.
Well, it's if someone's running, dodging 50 feet away, you're having to change your aim by this much. Whereas if they're
Yeah.
here and they're going back and forth,
Yeah.
there's just more you have
yeah,
to worry
I would
about.
think. I think.
It says close to 1 meter is the penalty, so you're good.
Okay. Yeah, I think she would move up because they're moving away, and that she would want to get closer to Azim.
And it does give you
Yep. A sight line to
better
both of
field
them.
of fire.
Okay, go ahead and take your shot.
Yeah, I think at this point, if I can see her,
You can see her.
I'll take a shot at her.
All right.
Because I said I was going to. So I have a choice of letting this ride,
Right.
and I think I'm going to take it out because narratively, I think she feels like she's kind of out of immediate danger. So I'm going to take away my reserve dice and
Okay.
add them to my pool.
Got it.
So I am doing range plus my skill.
That's a cool mechanic. I like that. That's
I do
fun.
too.
Thank you.
No, I like
no,
it.
I love the reserve dice thing.
Can you grab me a beer out of there?
You bet.
It works
It
way.
could even be a Guinness.
Here, I have one of these right here.
Oh, okay. I'll take one of those.
Thank
you, sir.
A nice session beer.
We need to get that mounted on the wall.
Yes.
Well, no, because then you can't use it.
It works there. I am not going to
You need to
use
get it
my
mounted on the
talent.
table right there.
Right. Now remember, you can always spend a moment of
gonna
truth
raise-
to activate your talents
I'm
too.
going to raise the stakes.
Okay.
Do we still do that?
Sure, I think it's in there still.
So that means Raising the stakes to earn a moment of truth, right? Means that I'm going to make a roll. I'm
And if
raising
you-
the stakes.
If you fail, it's a critical failure.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the one where I could spend one to hopefully earn one.
I'm going to pause you.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be getting moments of truth when we fail at things?
It's critical, and I just looked it up.
I don't remember.
It's taking a failure still, raising the stakes, taking a setback, or taking a critical failure.
Okay. I thought we had...
No, in high-flying adventure and daring-do campaigns, use the following mechanics. When you fail, you're awarded one. So, that's why we did it in
VD.
Right.
Yeah. So in this one, though, you
BD.
have to... But otherwise, in this game, it's what I just said, right? So you have to
Yes.
take a failure, take a setback, raise the stakes, or automatically take a critical failure.
Right.
Okay.
That just gave me the cover for the Vast Dominions. A
VD.
giant VD. With a guy standing akimbo in front of it.
It's kind of funny. I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to spend a moment of truth to add 1d6.
All right.
And then hopefully I'll earn it back. We'll see about that.
Yeah, you could fail spectacularly now and get it all back.
Yeah, I might.
Can happen.
No, I have to take a critical failure.
that's true.
So this will give me a critical failure if I fail it.
Yes.
But it's automatically going to give me my mott back because I'm raising the stakes.
Right.
So I gave a mott, but I'm going to get one back. But I still also might
Way
fail.
to game the system there, Gina.
We're working it.
Yeah.
But I also I'm earning it because I could get a critical failure if I fail
you're
this
definitely
roll.
taking a risk.
I have.
I see success.
Holy shit! I kicked some ass. Moment of truth. 2 6s, 2 5s, and 3 6s, 2 5s, and then
Holy metric,
I got a
okay.
1 and a 2.
All right.
Yeah, no, that was a crazy awesome roll.
Yeah.
All right. So you got.
Doesn't get much better other than all
so,
sixes.
So drop your damage numbers again, and go ahead and roll your damage.
To 3 4.
Yeah.
And I earn my moment of truth. I take you back.
Right.
And I roll skill, which is 2 plus 6. Let's just use, I get one more die. Let's use this one. And then we're looking for 3 4. Oops, sorry.
One went crazy.
I know, and I'm accused
It's
of
a
not.
5.
Okay. So 3s and above. That was a 4. I did get a 1 down here, but this is 4s, 6. Okay. So above, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 minor.
Minor, and then above 4. 1, 2. Well, 6, because I only rolled 1.
Holy metric. Okay.
Yeah.
You put the arrow through her head.
That's good because
And she falls like a wet rag
warn
ball.
them.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Nicely done there, Gina.
That was fun.
And it
And
works.
decisive.
No, I don't mean like
And
because I put an
deadly.
arrow through her head, but
No, but I'm worried that.
I mean that was fun too.
I'm worried that
but
when this gets reversed on us, it's going to be just as dangerous.
I have
No,
not.
for
I have not.
was that the puppy?
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're doing wolf song practically.
I've never heard you do
Never
that
heard
before.
her do
You
that.
might need to check because that seems like a call.
There's a possum or something.
That's Leica, right?
No, there's a park pasta. They go crazy.
Is that Leica?
That sounds like Dahlia.
Yeah, no. For those of you who may not be able to hear it, it sounds like crying or wolf song. Yeah. And I've never
Just like
heard
that,
that,
right?
little pup noise.
No, she's just sad.
Really? That was
Those
Dahlia?
are people are not out there to play with.
Oh my gosh. That was the saddest little noise ever. That is, yeah.
I hope she does it when sirens go by. Like
One of these days,
sirens.
I'm going to get a husky because they talk when they do it.
Now she's just doing pissed off. Here, you can have
Okay,
these. That
so-
was
So it's back
Birdman.
up to you.
Right. Yeah, he's going to burn.
Okay.
He's going to burn.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Yeah.
We'll double it up.
Come on, let's really put the rubber
You know
on
what?
this
Let's
system.
strain it.
All right.
So
You're not defending at this point probably either, defensive dice?
no.
Because, yeah.
So I am rolling 10 dice.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a lot of
my
ones.
dear and fluffy lord.
How many ones did you get?
Well, there's
He had one already.
3.
Oh,
3.
Okay, so that's not
that's
over.
your max.
It's not over.
Though.
That
now
puts
you're
me
tied,
at
though.
4.
It's like, it's been a long day.
However, I do have 4 successes
Okay, all right.
as
so,
well.
So you can. Well, I will assume that you would spend 2 of them to conceal.
I'm going to try to conceal.
Okay. Oh shit!
What happened?
Oh, you're breaking Kimmy's toys.
Put that back in there?
I thought I could stand up.
Oh, I'm like, I don't even
Hold
see
on to
where
it tight.
goes.
I need to pull it down a little
I
bit.
understand, but
Here-
it's not even in there yet.
Stark, tell me you can't see it.
What?
Yes, they're plaid.
Uh,
There we go.
thank
I'm
you.
hiding you.
Just shove it in there.
well, it broke.
Just shove
No,
it in
yeah,
there.
I know. Yeah, that we took that off. Just
That-
shove it in there.
That's what she said.
Just shove it in there. Keep going.
It should be work.
See,
we
how
good?
it's all.
Yeah, we'll fix it next
It
time.
needs to be taped. It's going to fall down again.
Here, there's black. Can you get the
Don't
gaff
worry about it
tape?
right now because
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna have another combat.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
At least, but now I can.
It's on you though, right? Did we fix the cam on you?
I'm going to adjust the filters right now.
Okay.
It needs to tilt up just slightly.
I don't even want to touch it.
I know. Ooh, you did good.
Perfect.
Nicely
And
done.
and I'll adjust the colors.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to roll 4 dice damage.
Yep.
So did you withdraw damage dice to do the conceal?
I withdrew success dice.
Okay, gotcha.
Extra successes needs 2 just to cast a
Yeah.
spell. Extra successes can be spent to either
Yeah,
make the
I
spell
like that.
bigger or
Yep.
yeah,
Bigger, more
know what?
powerful, more concealed.
farther away.
Yeah,
You know what?
range. Yeah.
Instead of because I've rolled dice. We haven't resolved it yet.
Right.
I think instead of making this one concealed because people are occupied with other things, and this is happening all in a
And
hurry.
then,
who are
you
you
know
going
that should have
towards?
like immolated him,
Right.
or it should have hurt him more than it did.
Right. I'm going to put extra damage on it.
Okay.
So
all right.
you're turned around doing this then.
Right.
To that guy.
Right.
Okay,
So-
so and I'm looking that way.
Both successes add 8. With one extra success, you would add 4 more. Add another.
All right.
And
And I want 4s and better.
4s
right?
and better do serious. It only does serious. Fire only does serious because fire really hurts.
I have 5 successes.
Okay. Oh, they also do minor. That's right. 5s will do minor because serious die always does minor.
Does a minor
So
too.
it's double. What is it? 5, so 10.
Yeah, 10.
Okay. So he's put him on the ground. He's like literally burning up.
From the inside.
No, now he's like there's fire all around him now.
Yeah.
They're like swirling around him. This is like
Wow.
this is not normal.
And you're
Well, you've seen things like
I haven't
this.
actually seen it yet.
Oh, you're facing the other
I
direction.
gotta
And it's
tell-
happening behind a death state.
No, but I got to tell you, who's got a good vantage to this whole scenario
Uh-huh.
is
Mr. Merchant Man.
Wolfson.
Womp womp.
Yep.
Maybe, unless he
So-
took off running.
Yeah, but if you didn't conceal as much on that second one, because what does it look like when you do this? I'm going to ask again because I know we got the last time the fire came from within, so it looked like he.
Right. So he's just burning up. But now it's like erupted out of him and is swirling all around him.
Was the demon in him is trying to escape?
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, what if somebody was looking at you? Is there?
Oh, he's
anything
doing
you do?
stuff. He's
Okay.
definitely
Yeah.
He's
Is it
definitely
like-
gesticulating.
I am.
Somatic and.
I am probably chanting in Arabic.
But you can do it quietly.
I'm saying something in Arabic, but
Okay.
I'm doing it softly.
Okay. I definitely don't see you. I'm not worried about that, but because both of us, Uzel and I, kind of have our backs turned, sort of.
One of the
Is my guy dead or is he's still breathing?
He's out.
He's unconscious.
He's out.
He's a 0.
One of the things I'm experimenting with adding to spells, depending on what college you belong to, is what sorts of things they require. Whether it requires verbal or if it requires some sort of gesture.
Right.
So it will be different. So and that could be in a situation where you guys are like manacled.
Yeah.
This mage may not be able to cast this spell, but this other mage from a different college
Could.
might be able to cast it because he only
Okay.
needs words for it. So I'm still working at trying to figure out how to do that. It's kind of an organizational nightmare to have one spell list that is applied to different colleges.
Right.
So I had to make a spreadsheet. anyway.
If you will send me the spreadsheet and send, do we have a list of colleges going right now? I know we've got a couple.
There's only really 2, although I have like 2 or 3 other ones in mind for
Okay.
later.
Okay. And then we can talk about like their leanings
Right.
and whatnot, and maybe give them affinity for certain types of spells.
Right.
Like give one school affinity for fire spells, one school affinity
Right.
for and for if they have affinity, then they don't have then we can do things.
Right.
Like, if they have affinity for a spell type, maybe just a success makes it concealed.
Oh yeah, it could be something like that. Yeah.
Or they can do it without, using the.
Oh, it could be something where there's always or almost always a material, a vocal, and a
somatic
gesture,
and a gesture.
And then with one success, you can get rid of one.
Right.
That would work too. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good idea.
that would be an easy
Yeah.
way to do it.
Okay.
And then affinity would
They don't
you
have to do that one
automatically
anyway.
take one away.
Right.
Cool. Okay, that went well.
So,
Okay.
So there's conflagration.
yes. And it's like,
And there's still one guy bolting through the trees, right? This guy, right?
kinda, yeah. He's moving. He's moving slow.
So you still, I can't do
Yeah.
anything, so I'm going to hold my turn. You still have a chance at...
You can move though.
Yeah, I can't get to him. He's booking through the trees.
So do you just your weapon is your staff?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a bard.
You may
His
sing
weapon is
to
his
buff
wits
us.
and anecdotes. He hurls
Yeah,
anecdotes.
he does. Like one
And
tooth.
epithets.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm just saying, you might be able to squeeze one off and take him
Okay.
down too. Stop.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he's going to do because he gets to go before me.
He's going to move too.
Okay. Is he only moving 2 because he's down 1d6? Or are you just having them move
That's
less than
just
us?
having them move less.
Okay.
They're just not,
I
they're
would
not very
assume he
capable
wants
people.
better cover, so he's going to kind of do
There you
that.
go, yeah.
So, because he's kind of hobbling in
Right.
there.
He has like 1 or 2 hit points left.
I do not want to waste my arrow, but I
Okay.
do kind of want my arrow back because I'm going to get this one back.
So you're going to risk losing another one
Possibly.
to gain back 2.
I can actually move 3,
Yeah.
which puts me on him.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about me slinging my composite bow on my shoulder as I'm drawing my stiletto. Running.
I would say that's a
whatever.
2-turn deal.
Okay.
That's a
So I'm going to try to catch
What
him
about
first.
dropping your bow?
You can just drop your bow and draw it.
Oh,
I'll let you do
gotcha.
that.
Okay, or I'm going to drop it. Hold this. Dropping it to you.
Got it.
One. Well, you don't have to. I mean, she's.
Or
a little,
throw it.
Yeah. 2, 3. So the stiletto is coming out, and if I'm allowed to attack him, she's going to try. He's not got armor or.
He's wearing leather.
He's wearing leather.
Yep.
Then, if she is able, the stiletto is either going in his neck or in his armpit.
Okay. To avoid, he's not fully armored. So, double check, but I believe in that case you need 1 extra success. So you'll need
For
3.
aiming?
You could basically to avoid the armor, you need to
Okay.
get 1. Yeah, you're just trying to get around it.
That makes sense. And she's not as good at this. I mean, she's more of an archer. So my melee is 3, and my one-handed melee is only 1.
Yeah, 1 success. A fully armored person, like someone in plate mail, full plate mail with a helmet, you have to get 2 successes to basically get in between somewhere with a knife or something.
We all need 2 successes now anyway.
Yeah, you need 2 more.
So
yeah.
he needs 4.
Yeah. No, but in her case, she only needs 1 extra success, so a total of 3.
But I do need 3, and I'm only rolling 4 dice. Would detail acuity give me any sort of... No?
Not in this situation.
Okay.
no.
Nope, that's fair. I think then...
We spend that mont?
Yeah, I think I'm going to spend them on.
No, I think it's 1-to-1 now.
Yes.
1 die for 1
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, because I'm not using a talent.
Right.
So it's just 1, and I'm going to add 1. So it gives me a little better shot. I don't know. I'm only rolling 5 dice, so we'll see what happens
You
here.
need
3.
You need 4s or above? 3 or above?
4, no, 5s. 5s and 6s are successes if you're trained. If you're not
How many
trained,
dice
you
are
have
you
to
rolling?
roll only 5.
You have a 20.99% chance of success.
Yeah, I was going to say it should be kind of low because I am
Not
going
quite
for. I am kind of going for a cold shot
Right.
because I want to. I mean, a stiletto could pierce leather, but at the same time,
Right.
it's a much easier to get a kill if she gets in the squishy bits. Okay, we'll see what happens. Oh
see
my
this
God!
one.
I got it.
Yep, I see.
I got
see.
a 5 and 2 6s.
Oh, bam.
What
There you go.
the heck? And 2 1s.
What?
Though, so I didn't. Oh no, that's a 4. Sorry. Was it a 1 in the thing?
I don't think so.
I don't
was a
think
4.
so.
It was
Okay.
a 4.
Because I thought I just lifted it out.
Okay.
What the heck?
What?
Oh, yeah.
I know.
20% chance.
Yeah, no, and I swear because there's the 1.
Right. Roll your damage.
So on my stiletto, it's strength, which is wee. I
Plus
just have
skill.
a 2.
Plus skill.
Plus skill, which is a wee with a 1. And I think that's it. Because it's like a good dagger, so there's no plus on it, right?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No plus.
Let's just roll these. And is it still 4s and 5s?
Yes.
Whatever it says on the.
Oh, do I get extra though because I called the shot?
No, you don't get extra, but you don't have to worry about the DR.
Got it.
You bypass the DR.
I got 2 6s and a 1. So the 1
on.
doesn't count.
And the 6s do 1 serious and 1 minor.
Okay.
So you get 2 minor and 2 serious. So
2
he's-
minor, 2 serious.
So
yeah.
he's dead. You stabbed him in the neck,
You only got
Good.
2 left.
right next to the arrow. So if the arrow's here, you stabbed him right there.
Cool. With
So, yeah, a dagger does 4 to 5, a strength plus skill. I wrote mine down just so I would have a
plus-
50 moment right
okay.
down.
Yeah, I wrote it here. I just wasn't sure if good dagger meant that it had extra damage.
And it has a C next
Versus
to it. Does
just
that
a
mean
plain
it
old
means
dagger.
close? Oh wow, the staff is 2 meters. Okay.
Do you have any sort of play difference between a run-of-the-mill whatever dagger and a good dagger?
Yeah.
Okay, because you
Which do you have?
said the stiletto would be like a good.
I believe that's going to be whatever the default is in the book.
Okay,
A
that's
good,
the
a good
strength
dagger
plus
is
skill.
yeah, strength plus skill. Yeah.
Okay.
The cheap dagger is strength plus skill, but the damage numbers go up to 5 and 6.
Oh, gotcha. That's
like it's
cool.
like it's blunt.
That's awesome. Cool.
Nicely done. Gina, you're a machine. You took
I
out like
just-
3 people.
Well, I had some good rolling.
2 people, but still.
That's better than I usually roll, I will say, because and Stu knows this from Vast Dominions that like there'll be a game where it's like bam, bam,
Right.
and then there's a game where it's like nope, nope. So I would look around and just make sure
They're all down.
everybody's.
The 2 you got are dead. The one he got is dead. This one that you got might be dead, might not.
I would like to retrieve my arrows,
Okay.
and I would like to. I don't want to loot them, but I want to see
Oh,
like
I'm gonna
where they
loot them.
just. You can totally loot
I'm
them.
looting them.
I just want to see if there any affiliation or markings or like are they part of a
I don't
great bigger.
have
they're
this,
just
this queasiness that you guys do. I'm a stranger in a strange land,
Yeah.
and this is spoils of war. If you're not going to do it, I'm taking it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
don't-
might be a bard, but I'm still an orc.
I think she would make basically make the sign of the cross as like a, they were not good people, but like just kind of as a gesture for their death.
This is
Right.
a big group. A group like this can't move lightly. I bet there's a camp nearby. We should try to find it.
We must get to Leon.
Well, there could be more. There could be
The
information.
merchant is coming up,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would
and he's
look to
he
make
gets
sure
up there and he pulls his knife out.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a reward for these bandits. This seemed to be quite the operation here. We could be heroes.
We should pull them off the road.
Well, let's cut off her head at least. We can bring that in for the reward. Get out my knife and start walking towards her.
You should not defile her.
She's a bandit, and she's probably got a reward on her. We could get money for it.
we could bring their corpse into Leon.
Well, that's just disgusting. You're gonna body. Well,
Should not desecrate the body.
well, I mean, she's dead. She tried to desecrate us.
She committed an act of evil.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. So I'm gonna sniff around. Is there a smell of campfire or something?
Make a perception check.
I'm gonna make a
There's
perception. check.
definitely a smell of campfire.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, and she is gonna try
Something
to.
burning?
She's gonna try to pull them off the thingy and kind of make a little,
Well, I'll tell you what. See if I can't find
The
some
merchant's
muddy,
from Leon, right?
some muddy footprints.
Is there a reward in?
Is he gonna ask him if he?
I
knows
don't know
of-
if I would ask him that though. I don't think I would.
Right.
I will.
Okay.
Do you think these people are wanted? This seems to be quite the operation here.
Well, the captain of the guard in Leon does sometimes pay rewards for those who can dispatch of highwaymen and.
Well, we got a nifty card here. We might as well. I see you helped out too. Listen, you helped out.
Yeah, perhaps if we.
Well, let's see what they have. If they have a camp nearby, maybe we can do something to line your cart.
Yes, please. I do carry some very fine
I
wares.
understand. So,
make a perception?
yeah, I was going to look for muddy footprints, that kind of thing. So again, perception is just that. roll.
Yeah, just that roll.
There's not going to be a ton of, because two of them are down from piercings. One, the crispy fried one, yours is bludgeoned, right? So there shouldn't be a lot of blood.
We could probably put reeds and stuff down if
Yeah.
you wanted to as well. So perception is just 3. And I got 2 successes, 2 5s, right?
Bam! There you go. Yeah, there you can see that it looks like the muddy footprints that you see where they started running. They extend far past the bodies. You can see that this is they came from appeared to have come from that direction.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to trot down following
Okay.
the muddy footprints. Once again, I'm going down. I'm impulsive, right? So
Sure.
I'm using my is it a talent or boon or what is that?
No.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
Impulsive is
I'm
a
using my
problem.
problem. Impulsive.
That's absolutely.
Uzel, you should not go.
I'll be right back. What happened? Do I get a mot for using my problem?
I'll give you a month.
Okay, that's all right.
Let me have a month.
Man. Hand up mots with
And make
such
sure you write down
disdain.
how many you have because they go crossover sessions.
Something to put in the character sheet.
They're
It's
right
on
there.
there.
It's
Yeah.
on there.
Right on the top right.
Oh,
Left.
it's in there with the statistics. That makes sense.
But I wouldn't write it in there until the end of the session. So.
That's not in pen.
It's
It's in
pencil.
pencil.
All right. You go not very far, probably 50 yards in, and there's a couple tents set up, and you see there's a cook fire that's been doused. There's a pot with a little makeshift tripod.
Oh yeah, what are they cooking?
Looks like they got rabbit stew,
Nice.
and there's some looks like there's some vegetables in it.
All right.
There's a couple packs. There's a couple changes of clothes.
Oh, perfect. This is quite the haul. This is worth some money.
There's bedrolls.
Oh, nice. I don't have a bedroll. I need a bedroll.
And there's the 2 tents plus
They're 2 tents.
they're intense.
They're intense.
No, they're not. They're by the road.
And I was going to say something else. Oh, there's probably like 2 days worth of food for one person.
Cool.
I'm not there, so I'm not
I'm
going.
gonna collapse both tents. I'm gonna throw everything into one of the tents. Everything just like sort of, and then
And just
drag it all
okay.
back. Whistling this new tune that I've created here. One tooth, watch them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a work in progress.
But the tooth is
Yeah. How did it go? It was the truth about one tooth is he had no tooth at all. Truth about one tooth, he had no tooth at all.
so. Are
Thinking
you
while
writing?
drinking, no inkling of stinking his tooth in the cup. That's as far as I've gotten.
So you're writing an operetta.
Well, it's just a little thing about one tooth.
Writing.
That's what you do.
Well, that's the beginnings of an opera.
Yeah, I'm all right.
What is it? Is it Gilbert and Sullivan? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Gilbert and Sullivan. Okay. So he comes back and he's got looks like some sort of like thin leatherish tarp thing, and he's hauling it back, and there's a bunch of stuff in it.
Oh, there's rabbit stew. Here's some rabbit stew. They're not going to be needing it anymore. Here's a nice tent to line your cart with.
We
I
should
could use a
use-
bedroll. I really need a bedroll. That would be great. And there's some rations here for the next couple of days.
Did they have family?
Not
Other
in the
belongings?
tents. No. There was nobody there.
As we use the tent to create a tarp for the
Yeah.
and load the bodies into the so there are 4 of them, right? Are there any personal effects that would indicate family or
You're really looking for
person?
like little lockets and pictures and things.
No, just if they're just random bandits, whatever. But if they had
Or like
kin
wanted posters, like
or-
"Ooh, look at me, I'm famous. I got my
No.
wanted poster."
I'll slack you.
Gotcha. Come on, slacky slack.
If I can find you, there you are.
Cool.
See, it's a catchy tune, isn't it?
It's gonna be a big hit.
The truth about one tooth, he had no tooth there at all.
Okay.
That's really the only personal
Gotcha.
effect that you found.
Okay. I would can't tell if it's I would potentially know male or female. The pack, not the item.
Male.
Okay. I think I would just place that on their bodies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
What you do?
It is not an item of value. You would have seen me. I saw in the pack a wooden cross,
Oh,
so I placed it with the bodies.
cool.
Okay.
All right, so,
So
yeah.
he lines the cart nicely.
Yeah.
He actually uses both tents.
Oh, well, that's fine. I can take another one. How about
Well, the one-
portable kind of tents, or do you have to like have a horse or something to with them? Or?
No, they didn't have horses or anything. It looks like they were hauling them around.
All right.
It seems that they had.
Well, I'm gonna.
Although
have-
you know what, they are big. They are kind of big tents.
It seems that they had considerable wealth to be highwaymen.
Well, very good at highwaymen.
With their belongings, that is how they live.
Well, there might be
They
more about.
likely
These are
do
awfully
not
big tents for just.
Have a
Five
home
people.
other than their tent, and they likely move as need be.
And this is a well-traveled road. I mean,
Yeah.
if they could make a good living only hitting
They just probably have to move around a little bit.
1 out of every 10 traveling parties going by.
So my thinking is not that they're wealthy, it's just that is how they live. They are traveling, they're travelers, they're bandits,
Indeed.
and that they...
And these tents, they are made of these are very durable. I mean, this may have been some of their loot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You know cloth,
Sure.
huh?
Indeed, I do. This is a fairly fine calf skin, actually.
Wow.
I would not use it to make a tent.
Curious.
Well, see, maybe you can clean this and make a tidy profit off of it.
Well, you want the bottom one, and I don't know if I could get the smell of
All right,
bodies out
all
of
more
it.
for me. I mean, you guys do spoils of war, right? I mean, this is perfectly legitimate. And no,
We are not at war, young orc.
Explain this.
well, if an enemy attacks you, they've declared war on you. You kill them, and you take all their stuff. It's that simple, right? You guys have that, right? You don't.
It does not seem honorable.
I'm gonna have to make some notes about this. This is quite interesting. Really. So there's.
Who teaches you this custom?
Well,
This
I
is
mean,
just
this is
your
what this would be
people?
the lady and the.
It's father warrior, mother teacher.
and the mother teacher.
This would be the father and the mother, or yes, it'd be the father and the mother.
Your father and mother.
Yes, absolutely.
They teach you this.
Well, it's written in their scriptures. Yes.
Your parents.
Well, well, yes, the parents of all orcs. Yes.
Oh, I see. Tonight at the campfire, you must tell me more of this father and mother.
You don't have a father and mother.
I have my father and mother, and the Father in heaven
Well, it's the same.
There is the Mother of God.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I forgot I was Tom Waits. Yeah, well, that's all.
And she, you know, when she says that, once again, she can make the sign of a cross.
Well, I say we get off the road, and you said we would be there at the end of the night?
Well, the crossroads is...
Just up ahead.
It's actually like right at sunset. You should probably be praying.
I
But
would
he-
be,
Okay.
for more reasons than one.
And up ahead, he tells you that the crossroads is probably only... It may be worth it to make it to the crossroads because a lot of people camp
Okay.
camp at that spot.
I would probably spend a little bit of extra time praying because I've committed a sin.
Indeed.
Curiouser and curiouser.
What does extra time mean?
Well, that's what we got plenty of time. Does anybody
Yeah.
else want some rabbit stew? It's still warm. Pretty good. No? I'll eat it.
Okay.
Yeah. You should totally eat it. But I do, because you said you spend 30 minutes usually praying? Or is it more like 15? Or is it...
It's usually more like
depends.
15.
Okay. I think I would respectfully wait.
But chafe at that the whole time.
Yes, because we need to.
So rations for 5 of them for 2 days, or rations for one person?
One person for 2 days.
Okay.
Okay.
Not including the rabbit stew.
Bedroll. Oh, no.
That's probably, I don't know how long it's going to keep, but that's like a good meal for 4 people.
Or one hungry orc.
Or one hungry.
I think
Oh,
this guy's going to
sure.
be much more like Volstagg than anybody. Just because
Oh,
drinking and
nice.
eating is much
Yeah,
more of a...
that's awesome.
Okay.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. So now he's
You
just...
guys make it to the
I'm going to
crossroad.
be. I'm playing C.A. Dave, so he's just going to be eating out, ladling
Okay.
out of this pot and humming a
Absolutely.
tune while he walks back to the
Okay.
crossroad next to this cart that's rambling slowly.
Awesome.
So you laid the bodies in, and then he kind of threw the tarp over it so people won't see that they're carrying bodies. And you get to the crossroads, and
And I got a cook pot.
there's 2 other people camping. Yeah, you got a tin pot.
Oh, there's two
There's 2
other
other like
groups?
groups of people.
Small groups.
Was there any more money in any of these bodies? Actual money that...
Oh yeah.
And we're all like, I got stuff, but wait
Yeah.
a minute.
I got a pot of stew.
There's actually something else they carry that's even more portable than soup.
Yeah.
A more portable form of wealth than soup. 5 asses. 5 asses. And 6 denarii. Denarii.
Okay. That's from their bodies and the campsite and everything?
Yeah.
That's it? Wow. I guess they just started. That's not a lot. Of course, I guess people traveling don't carry a lot.
If I see you with money, like as you are looting, you should donate that to the church when we get to Leon.
You can donate your share. That's fine. When we divvy this up at after camp time, you can donate yours.
God helped us overcome this evil
Yes.
that we encountered in
Yes,
the
the
road.
father and mother gave us money.
We must pay it back
You can do that with your share.
to the Holy Roman Church. You saw the man, the demon. It escaped him.
Yeah, we got to figure out what happened there. Did you? Did somebody hit? Like, was he carrying oil or something?
No, God expelled the demon. The evil that was within him was expelled.
Oh, wait. So, what did you? Did you hit him? I had my back turned because I was dealing with this guy. Did you hit him?
No, I
Did you hit
did
him?
not.
I was 10 paces away.
Curiouser and curiouser. Well, when we sit
The
down,
fire seemed to come from within him.
well, when we sit down and divvy up the money, we can work that out too. Interesting. Maybe I could write a song about that. This might actually make a great song.
He just doesn't understand. He's just going to be like, okay.
Ulison is that fire was most peculiar. Not the sort of thing I have seen, and I have traveled far and wide.
I have not either. But I know that God can do great things.
Indeed, he can.
And I believe he
perhaps he
traveled
did
with
this
us
day.
today.
Perhaps he did.
I'm going to do a read person or a read crowd on the group on our group here.
Okay, all right.
Something's going on, and I don't know. I have maybe a suspicion, but I don't know for sure. So read crowd is at 0.
So that you're going to roll perception plus 0, and because you have the skill, even if it's at 0, it doesn't add dice, but it allows you to roll 5s and 6s for successes. If you didn't have the skill, you could only 6s count for success.
Nothing.
Wah wah.
Everything looks kosher to you.
Everything looks good.
Cool.
Nah, maybe I'm just hungry.
I think
I just slacked you.
as they walk, you would probably hear Adeste audibly,
He being
like,
the merchant.
Yes.
Okay.
saying prayers. Like, I don't know that they. No, I think depending on our time frame, like there would be a rosary.
Right.
So I think she's taken out a rosary and is saying the rosary.
Okay.
So she's just over and over again saying the rosary as they walk, moving through the beads.
Right.
Yep.
I will say prayers in Arabic for the poor souls
Okay.
who were driven to such lengths to try to make a living that they.
What language is that you're speaking?
It is the language of Allah and Muhammad the Prophet.
I know German, I know French, I know English. This sounds like nothing I've ever heard of. How is it constructed? Do you put all the verbs at the end like they do in German? Funny story about that. I once read an entire book in German, and I didn't know what was going on until I got to the end and found all the verbs. You guys don't do that in Arab. Right. It's that tough crowd.
All right. You get to the crossroads, and there's, like I said, there's 2 other groups camped there.
Okay.
And
I'm going to keep an eye on the merchant.
okay. He goes over and talks to one of the groups and introduces himself. Small talk for a few minutes, and he goes to the other group. And it turns out there he actually knows someone, because you're and then they're patting each other, and and he sits down over there for a few minutes. They're talking.
Okay. I'm going to continue to keep an eye on him.
Okay.
I will watch over everyone, but because it is my duty.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if somehow I'm being paid by you, but he is definitely. So it's my responsibility to make sure I'm taken
I
care
believe
of.
that was between Jason's character and you. I think he contacted you.
Well,
Jason may have also said something about having you act as a guide to get them.
yeah,
to
I think so
land.
too. I would hunt again.
Okay. Sure.
Or actually, I've eaten pretty well today because we made camp midday. So I think she would be fine with just like hardtack, and if she has like a skein of water and wine.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you guys are okay.
I have my vegetable soup.
If you offered it, I would
I would
partake.
totally offer.
Okay. You are fine with your rabbit stew.
Well, I've got that plus other rations here. Now, so as near as I can tell, you got 2 of them, right? And I got 1 of them, and then one of them just exploded. I will let you have that one because if you can give it
the
to
Lord.
your right, exactly.
Yes.
So you can pay for that. So I figure I got 5 ass and 6 den from them. So you can get 3 ass and 3 den, and I'll get 2 ass and 2 den. Now, you didn't do anything, right? You just had a knife at your throat. So that goes between the 2 of us, and then you, out of your share, you can pay for whatever your guy wants to do.
Explain your numbers again.
All right, you killed 2.
There are 3 of us.
Yes.
Were you menaced with a knife at your throat?
Well, I wasn't stupid enough to get a knife at my throat. No. I actually killed a guy. So, well, I actually knocked him unconscious. Oh, I should count the merchant.
He's over there
He actually did the coup de grace. Well, yeah, we should put some money in for him too. But you were helpless. You killed 2 people. I got 1 guy, and then the other guy just exploded. So I was going to give that to her because she thinks it's the work of her god, unless it's the work of your god.
It is God. It is the Lord. Our
It's not the father and mother because that's not the way they work. What? Isn't that fair?
Your figures seemed.
Look, we
Suspect.
have 5 ass and 6 den. That's what I got. It's right here. It's in this little pouch. So how much do you want?
All of it for. The
No.
Lord?
Because I got 1 guy, so I get some of it. You didn't get anybody, so you don't get any of it. You got 2, so you get most of it.
That is fine.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
She'll take it, but with every intention of giving it all to the church when they
Right.
or whoever.
That's fine. So you get 3.
No, you don't care. Yeah.
You get 3 ass.
Okay. I got 3 asses.
It's funny
3
every time.
ass.
3 ass. The way I can make this right, I guess you could do. Yeah, we do 3 ass, and 5 ass, 6 10, 7, and there's divided by. Oh, should I include the merchant? The merchant did kill the guy.
If the merchant
cannot
killed
believe
that
he
one, then
cares.
you killed no one.
Oh no, but I incapacitated him, and I was. That's part of it. So.
I do not believe he cares.
Who?
The merchant, Olafson.
Well, I'm trying to be fair here. I mean, this
I
is
will
spoils
ask
of war.
him if he is interested. I will give him money.
Look, this is important. This is spoils of war. This is how we divvy it up. Now, there's also the tent and the property to do too. So if you guys, pick what you want. You certainly get the first choice.
This is important in your culture.
Yes. You get first choice of whatever you win. How do you get stuff?
You earn it.
Yeah, we earned it.
But we attacked.
No, they
just
attacked us.
defended ourselves.
If I'm not mistaken, they attacked us most heinously, and in the course.
This is true.
And by doing so, they forfeit all their lands, gold, and anything else that we wish to take from them.
This is a belief of your people.
It's universal.
That is fascinating. She does seem very, absolutely is interested in this. It's like, wow.
It is the law of the murder hobo.
Yeah. It is the law of the homo cochon.
I'm really just trying to do this off of Sparta. I'm trying to be like 300. It's all Now, if this had been an honorable duel or whatever, that's a completely different set of rules. But they attacked us under subterfuge, in the act of defending ourselves. We are entitled to everything that they forfeited by attacking us, not fairly. Do you not agree?
It is not our custom, but I see what you are saying.
And everybody who participated in the fight should get a fair share of the spoils. Anybody who did anything.
Tell me about this father and mother.
Well, I'm gonna have to
Don't
make it up.
Don't make it up because it already exists. There's already canon here.
I'll
stored.
rattle off some.
There's actually pages.
Yeah,
of
but
rattle
you
off
can
some
tell
stuff
you
from the canon.
stuff you tell me.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll give this to you. You can have that. That's the.
Turn with
what I
me
have.
now to the writ of common wisdom.
Basically-
We'll talk about the Holy Church.
Did you read it?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just
Yeah.
describe to the people at home. The orcs have a dual deities: the father warrior and the mother teacher. And orcs, they are basically a mated pair, and they created orcs. They took a tusk from the father warrior, and the mother teacher buried it and nurtured it until it became orcs. And every orc will decide at the age of adulthood or near adulthood which path they're going to follow. Are they going to go and become a warrior or part of the warrior caste, which also includes craftsmen and
Farmers?
no farmers are mother teacher.
Oh yeah.
And then or they go the other direction and become either farmers or sages.
Okay.
You probably follow the mother teacher. Because bards, although bards might be on the father's side too.
They're kind of in between, I would think,
yeah.
because you kind of have to straddle both worlds in
Right.
order to. But that, I mean, a sage for one is one thing. A bard is something different.
Yes. You don't probably have a lot of sages anymore because a lot of those probably died, and however that thing happened. But getting them back. But that's the basic gist of it. There's and whether someone follows the father or the mother has nothing to do with their gender.
Right.
There are female orc warriors and there are male orc farmers, and then they have an ordeal that they go through as well. That
Okay.
he might mention the fact that there's an ordeal to do these things.
Have you identified what tribe you are from? Because there are 5
Turok. Ratuk.
With the Aratuch.
Uruk.
Aratuch. A
Oh, the one I
apostrophe R
for
A
some reason it's not on my
apostrophe
map.
Tuch. Aratuch.
No, it's Ratuk.
So
Ah,
way,
Oh, the
of.
A means of, right. So it's
way
Ratu.
over by the coast.
From the Ratu.
Yeah, it's over by Bray.
Yeah, for some reason it's not on my map. Cool. Aratuk. Okay.
The Ratu. It's
Okay.
From the Aratuch. See, I'm teaching you Orcish.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, because she is kind of fascinated, like as you actually explain it to her.
Oh, he's very
It's
good.
like-
He's very convincing when he tells stories, by the way. If
Okay.
you want to get into it, we can start doing that.
That's awesome.
Swaying your beliefs.
That's awesome.
This is what I love conversation. This is fast. I love this. I'd love to. Do you have a book or something on your?
I will purchase one for you.
No, you don't have to purchase one. Do you have one I could just sort of thumb through? I'm very good at reading.
Of course. She absolutely has a Bible. Yeah. Yeah. No, and I imagine, I don't know, maybe it's
In the beginning.
You can read this?
well, it'd probably be in Latin.
Probably.
Yeah, because I have some language skills too, which I should probably talk to you about. But
in the 12th century, it would have been written by hand,
yes,
calligraphed by hand, and would be insanely valuable.
Yeah, it really
You-
would.
yeah, you probably-
really wouldn't have a Bible on you. He's absolutely right. The Book of Kells, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It would be if kings
Now-
ransom to own a Bible.
You might have a prayer book, a book
Yeah,
of hours
okay.
of prayers. But even
That would make
just
sense
like
then.
paper was
With
expensive.
vellum.
no, I have that.
Okay, when I do a Google search, hello Google, when I do a search
Yeah.
for Gutenberg, can Gutenberg come up first rather than
Right?
the Gutenberg project?
At least Steve Gutenberg didn't come up.
That's just
You
lame.
don't want that going on. Remember him from the Where Are They Now?
I'm just
file?
curious when he lived. Oh, that not until the
Yeah,
The
15th century.
Yeah, the Gutenberg Bible is
pretty impressed, right?
No movable type.
no. It would have been written by hand
By
by
monks.
monks.
Right. And
Okay.
illuminated
Dark age prayer
probably,
books.
so yeah.
But a book of hours,
Oh, yeah.
a little prayer book would not be untoward.
Books on prayers.
That's probably what I would have.
Anyway, see, this is why we love these role playing games, because you learn stuff. We also end up on watch lists when we do searches for stuff.
Oh,
I was explaining to somebody at work the other day. Well, you guys are filling the lull here. I was explaining to somebody at work the other day. I was like, yeah, probably on a couple of watch lists. I was looking at bomb making or something for one of the games we had. I'm like, yeah, what ingredients do you need? And I'm sure that bing up it comes. But
yeah.
Yeah, there's
no.
a book of, you can actually buy Medieval Book of Hours today.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, because I just looked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's one auction house that has one
Okay.
selling for $5,500.
Really?
It's a medieval
It's an
book
actual
of hours.
Yeah. Cool. Gotcha. That's
it says
what I have.
it's one of the most common forms of illuminated medieval manuscripts surviving because there were so many of them.
I'm going to peruse through it. And here's an interesting question for you, Stu. Mm-hmm. You can put this in your noodle and bake it. Are there any commonalities or even similar phrases from Father and Mother to the Book of Hours?
Maybe.
Now, I
I'll
only
think
say
about
that
it.
because one of the things that we talked about was an event. Somebody found a book behind an altar, and it was
Right.
written in Orcish.
Right.
But that's not
No, but
common.
That's not common.
it's
no.
not. No, this is out of character. I'm not
Yeah,
saying it.
oh,
to Stu.
gotcha.
But
Yeah.
now I'm asking you if any of these any of these prayers seem similar or familiar.
Have you heard Latin yet?
No.
Oh,
Well-
now this book. Will this book be some of it written in Latin?
I have I shows that I
What?
have language because he would have taught her in addition to her French. She
Probably would know it.
Latin.
Okay, so the book might be in Latin.
Yeah.
Reading through it, you don't read Latin.
No,
right?
I speak German and French.
So if she's reading it to you,
I will read. I'll read you
as
passages.
she this I can tell you for certain. As she reads it to you, what you are hearing is the orc shaman language.
Is Latin?
The words, they're being used differently, but that's exactly what it sounds like.
I get really quiet.
Okay.
I would like to understand if the words or my religion is having an effect on. So I'd
It's-
read.
Oh, read individual?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you going to try to resist it all, or no? Okay.
No,
I'm
it's just-
stunned. I'm running this through my head.
Right.
I'm not guarding my thoughts.
Yeah, and this
I'm
isn't like a
actually-
suspicious sort of. It's just like she sees a change in your demeanor, and it's like, are the words are they moving you? Are they having an
Yes,
effect?
yes, they are.
Okay, but not necessarily knowing why. But
Right. Depends on what you should
it's a 2 6s and a 5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Is this fear? Is this awe? Is this like
say. Shock and surprise.
shock and surprise? He's shocked and surprised.
Fear and surprise.
Doesn't seem to be. He doesn't seem to be like emotionally moved by it, but he's like maybe even confusion
Okay.
or incredulity. Like what? Do you,
Mm-hmm.
Oozle.
Yes, yes.
The words
Yes, they're...
in my book,
Yes.
they have changed you.
They are very powerful words. I can tell you that for sure. It's very interesting. How old is this book that you have? How long have you been doing these?
From the Son of the Father, from Christ.
Fathers and sons.
It's over 1,000 years.
You have given me much to think upon here. Could I just borrow that for a little?
I cannot part with it.
I understand. That's fine.
It was given to me by my dear mentor.
I understand. You have given me much to think about. I'm sorry, you have given me much to think about. I will,
Do I feel like he's being a little, like, he's not being as forthcoming about what?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, he did say they were very powerful words. He didn't say why, but
Yeah.
I would actually kind of like to end it here if we can.
All right.
Can we do that?
Cool, yeah.
Like this is a good ending moment because if there's a technical issue with Jason, we can continue
Yes.
from here, and if there isn't, it would only be. It doesn't have to be a long thing, but by the time you get to them.
Sure.
Okay.
No problem.
This has been a lot of fun.
I'm just gonna rest and do a lot of praying because this might be the first time I've ever actually killed someone.
Okay. All right.
And you used up all your points too.
He needs to sleep.
You are actually really worn out.
See, this is the moment when Bilbo turns back to Gandalf and says,
go-
"It's
yeah.
raining. Can't you make it stop?" I could. Because what I'm trying to do is have a system where you can cast as big of spells as you want, but you get to a certain point, you know there's going to be a grave cost to do so.
Right.
At that point, no, I'm not helping you anymore. No, we'll do this the old-fashioned.
Oh yeah. You do. I don't care what they have. They could not get Azim to cast another spell right now.
It
could not happen.
It would have to be.
It would
you're
have to
gonna
be life
die.
or death.
Right.
It would have to be life or death.
Because you might anyway.
Yeah. Because I could rip an ever-expanding hole in the time-space continuum, making you and me and this entire planet somebody else's problem.
then we'd be playing Vast Dominions again.
that
Be in
from the New
space
Guardians?
with the
No, that's from oh crap! What is the name of that movie?
That sounds very Rocket Raccoon right there.
No, it's not Mars Attacks. Spaced Invaders.
I loved Spaced Invaders.
Dire scum, dire scum. I'm going to make sure they carve that on your tombstone.
Well, it's long and flat and hard. It looks like a minefield. Well, I was going to say a country road, but
It's the donut of death.
I love that movie. Nobody's ever seen that movie. You and I. You and I are the only ones.
I love that movie so much.
I may have to make that into
So
a freak show.
the worst thing that can happen
Yeah.
with the magic cataclysm. The spell has caused a truly horrific result. Perhaps a greater demon has been inadvertently summoned. A psychic and physical explosion has occurred. The local landscape may have been terribly perverted by a malevolent power, and trees animate and begin attacking everyone, and rivers, streams, and lakes turn to acid, etc.
Just a localized event or global?
Perhaps a psychic maelstrom that measures in miles appears. It may last hours, killing hundreds or thousands. At this magnitude, the backfire leaves a permanent scar on both the land and those witnessing it. At this level, the exact backfire result is determined by GM Fiat. Permanent loss of a stat point amongst bystanders is not out of line. Such backfires will be sensed by mages within dozens, perhaps hundreds of miles in all directions. The forces of magic now have free reign in the material realm and will exert their will as they see fit. This is like you totally have just botched and
You have totally
did
pooed
the
the
worst
Scrooge.
thing that you can possibly do. But like a more middling
That's
thing,
pretty crappy.
And the Chitauri come flying out of the hole. Or orcs.
right? A lot of the lower stuff happens just to the mage, but after a while, it does turn into happening to everyone around him.
Yep.
So, and it can be horrific. And also, if you're using god forces, because there's 3 forces, you buy forces like you buy skills, and there's like earth, fire, water, air, life, spirit. Those are the elemental ones. Then there's ones you buy to do things, to make something bigger or smaller or faster or things like that. And then there's meta ones that have to do with magic itself.
yeah.
Detecting magic, making magic last a long time, enchanting things, stuff like that. And then the last 3 things are called god powers, and they affect,
God powers.
well, they're god forces.
Whoa.
They're god forces.
Crazy.
Because if your power comes from a deity, it's a different. You get different things.
Well, you are unleashing god level powers.
Right.
Is what you're doing.
One of them is called anti-tachyios, which allows you to slow the passage of time.
Anti-tachyios.
So if you decide, I'm going to basically allow this person here to move at incredibly fast speeds.
Yeah, Prince of Persia.
Right? So suddenly you're taking 2 or 3 turns actions per turn. You go ahead and do all the stuff you're doing. But if he backfires on that, he has to count 1s and 2s as entropy, not just 1s.
Right.
And magic works in the future and stuff as well. So because the way the system is
Yes.
set up is like you can use this for a Shadowrun game.
Sure.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Sure.
Sure. The other one, Fabricum, is the god force that deals with the time space or the fabric of the universe. That's how teleport. That's what you need to use to teleport and things like that. And then Portalis is what lets you go from one realm to the other.
Cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it is.
Magic's always the most fun.
I
It
actually
is.
didn't realize there's the role playing trigger mods.
Yeah.
Would you reward those during play, or is that something you'd look at doing at the end of a game?
I'd have to do it during.
Okay.
I'd have to do it during because I wouldn't remember to do it at the end of the session.
Interesting. I didn't actually know that.
But that's something to keep track of as a GM, because I mean, we were just doing some role playing.
No,
in there.
we were
Was there a mock
absolutely
flying back and
playing
forth?
our
Yeah.
problems with our characters, and cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I didn't realize that.
is there
I'm
any
going
other-
to take this one back then.
Okay.
If you're
That's fine.
in agreement.
Any other
gonna change mine.
feedback?
Just for myself, I did not know that willful failing on something is a mod. Because on that roll to notice what that woman was up to, I would have just failed it outright.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I would have failed it outright.
It still
on purpose.
exists. It still exists, but people generally are very reluctant to do it. That's a situation where
know
people
what?
might not be.
I totally did that in the past, though, because if there were situations,
You're one of the only ones.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Well,
she and I are the only ones who've actually ever willfully done it.
It
that I
Yeah.
know of.
never happened in any con game.
Yeah.
well,
Not
because
once.
you get two. You get 2 mots for willfully failing.
No, I did
So,
it a couple of times in the original
Yeah.
incept, but
when
it wasn't.
We, absolutely.
But it's not. It's changed since then, and I haven't
Yeah.
been in a
You know what I
situation
might do is add
exploited.
a crib on the sheet for that.
Oh, okay.
Because I literally have to play with that page open, or I'll
Now,
forget to
I
remind
actually
myself.
made a playmat for
Yeah.
Vast Dominions
Oh.
that listed out all of the stuff you can do with mots and all the ways you can get them.
I might give you another graphic design project for this week.
Well, I was going to say I could easily fit that on the bottom here and just tighten up the equipment and just put mot, earn, spend.
You should have a place for monies, by the way.
Yeah, I did. In fact, it can just go next to equipment.
Yeah.
It can be.
But I
Yeah.
mean, you could put the ass, the soul,
Yeah.
and the denarii, and then they can keep track of it, and then maybe a space underneath there for total or whatever,
for what?
for like a total, because
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to keep
Yep.
doing math or subtract and add.
Yep.
Yep.
Spend.
Any of the
That's
feedback?
the word.
Do you mind if we start adding into your mythology? Like, I don't know if this whole thing about the Roman Catholic Church and Latin.
Well,
Well,
that's part of the.
You said
that's,
that.
That's part of what I'm writing.
All right.
I haven't given you guys everything I'm writing.
No, and I figured that's why I wanted to show you about all that stuff
Right.
I put in my backstory because I invented a bunch of.
Right. Yeah. See, I haven't even really started. I'm still doing orc stuff mostly. I haven't
Cool.
really started on the church and what the church is like after 200 years of war with the
Exactly.
orcs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, solid game. I like the setting a lot.
Me too.
good.
I like the setting a lot.
My verdict's still out on the 2 successes, although it seemed to be okay today.
It worked okay. Next week we may all go, oh no, that can't happen
no,
again.
exactly.
Well, it
That's
seemed
a weird thing about
it
dice
seemed
pools.
to balance
Yeah, it
out
is.
today. There are some things that with needing 2 successes, it's going to be almost impossible for me to succeed.
Right.
Me too, though. I mean, I rolled when you rolled. I rolled. Well, I called the shot, but like I was going to roll 4 dice to try to get 3 successes, and
Right.
that's when I spent a mot to add
So,
5, but
and
I got it.
I rolled successes on 3 dice today,
Yeah.
twice. So
Yeah.
I mean, and that's pretty unusual.
That's
so
unusual
I'm
for
still,
me,
well,
too.
no, I'm just saying my verdict's still out on
Yeah.
that thing.
I'm not against it. The question I would ask, though, is a question that Gina's asked a couple times, and that is, what kind of story are you
Yeah.
trying to tell with the game?
That's
Are you
true.
trying to tell a story of competent people out in the world doing competent things, or are you trying to tell a story of normal people who are maybe good at something,
but kind
who
of out of their depth.
who are out
Yes.
of their depth?
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking
Okay.
with
If-
this.
If that's what you're aiming for, then I'd say you're right on it.
I would say that too because that's what I felt like when
Yeah.
I would make decisions to roll those dice. Is that I will probably fail, but that's what I'm going to try to do.
Right.
And then just like Stark said, the dice were with us today, and they might not be
And
next time.
look how dangerous this
Yeah.
is already. You one-shotted 2 people, and I one-shotted basically
Yeah.
one-shotted 1 guy.
And that was just lucky because that could have been reversed.
of course,
in a
that's what I'm
heartbeat.
saying.
And they were not competent. They were rolling 3 and 4 dice pools. So I mean, their chances of getting 2 successes are pretty.
I like the grittiness too because I think that it really dovetails well into this kind of world because I see this being true medieval play sort
Right.
of with some fantasy and modern elements.
Right.
Because obviously you wouldn't necessarily be traveling with a woman, and orcs don't exist in the
Right.
actual Middle Ages.
It very
but
much has a solid medieval feel to it.
I thought
and
so.
I really like the fact that it's set earlier
Yes.
because other fantasy settings have basically approached it from a 14th, 15th century
Close
time
to the
frame.
Renaissance.
Almost Renaissance,
Yep.
right.
Almost
Yep.
Renaissance.
Yep.
But I really like the early medieval
I do too.
feel of it.
Yeah, I like the history.
You might want to look at the equipment list, and based on the time setting, things like plate armor didn't exist.
Okay. All right.
Flatly did not exist. They would, as a matter of fact, I was reading many years ago. They were comparing the cost of arming a knight for the Battle of Hastings, which included a mail coat, a helmet,
So
which
there's
was
chainmail.
right, which was just a cap helmet with a nasal, a sword, a dagger, a spear, a shield, a horse and saddle, was the functional equivalent of the cost of a 747.
Are you serious?
I am
Yeah.
dead
In
serious.
adjusted money.
In
Right.
adjusted money.
And this is
and it was
1066?
measured, and it was 1066, and it was measured in cows, but it was the functional equivalent
Right.
of a 747.
I believe that. Because remember, that armor all had to be handmade. There was no, they didn't mass produce it. So
Yeah.
each piece was
Yeah.
a work of art.
I mean, a
Basically.
male shirt in that time was an insanely valuable thing.
Oh yeah. Well, the wire. Just think. Imagine everything we take for granted with the manufacture of wire and things like that. That's really hard to make in the Middle Ages.
I really like the fact that you had them have clubs, because I was waiting for you to say they have swords. I mean,
Yeah,
You got
no,
one.
that was
You got one
awesome.
cheap sword amongst the four of them.
right, and it might be in a family heirloom as well.
Right.
It's a rusty old sword, whatever.
Right.
But the thing is that swords would be handed down. So somebody would literally have a Viking sword from 100 years ago that grandfather had or whatever, because they were still valuable. The point being that we're dealing with clubs, slings, and bows, usually fairly cheap bows.
Right.
Stuff that people would make on their own. I mean, it's a real ground level game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I feel like the system is really starting to.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Pretty-
it's really
pretty
starting to
tight.
tighten up.
Yeah.
I think I'm really close to
Yeah.
being ready to release Moment of Truth and say, okay, this is the final version.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's available now for those listening at home. Go to
Yes.
momentoftruthRPG.com. You can get not quite the latest, but almost the latest version of it. And when I actually publish it, it's going to be free on momentoftruthRPG.com, or you'll be able to. I'll put like a pay what you want thing on Drive-Thru RPG. Bloodblade and Tusk, I'm actually developing to sell. That's actually going to be like the
That's
first.
Bloodblade and
Another-
Tusk is a
product.
solid setting.
Oh my god!
Already.
Yeah,
A lot
no,
of
the
fun.
setting is badass.
Yeah.
No, I had and I said this off camera earlier, but I mean, I spent multiple days this week spending hours researching my character, and it was a lot of fun for me.
Well, and yeah, because
Just to immerse myself
it's a
in.
real.
Love that.
Yeah.
There's a real point in history where you can go back and do research and say,
Yeah.
okay, well, what was this like? Like, I'll go back and look at what's 12th century armor look like.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
how much does it cost?
Well,
It's
and knowing that you have to take things with a grain of salt, though, because if orcs, and that's the other thing I know we talked about in character creation, but you said they've been here for about two centuries.
maybe 200 years.
Yeah. So things are not the same.
And what's also cool is because it's taking place on the continent. Yeah, the borders have changed, but the terrain hasn't.
Right.
And so, you could look at parts of France and parts of Belgium and parts of Germany, but this is where you are in this region, and this is what. And so we're like,
Yeah.
oh, that would have been the Black Forest. Okay, I totally know
Yeah.
what the terrain looks like.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, that was a lot of fun. I can't wait to play again.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And that will happen in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Cool.
Next week, Mode of Sin.
Mode of Sin next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Monday,
So-
tomorrow, Legion.
Tomorrow Legion is Monday. Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow.
Legion. Where is your pants?
What is that?
Tomorrow Legion. I don't.
I
How long can you dance? I just make it.
don't know what you're saying.
not
It's
getting
because you're a bard.
Tomorrow people. That
Yeah.
one.
Does anyone feel like Stork's just playing himself?
I think he is. All right.
That's what the chat
You
room
can
will
play
say.
yourself.
Yeah.
You just can't play.
With yourself. Timing.
Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thanks for listening.
Bucket of fun.
That was a ton of fun.
No, not that one either.
The preceding program has been a presentation of the Angry Folk Media
Pinch it up,
Empire.
Andrew. Oh, yeah, I'll turn my phone.